Well, we are back, huh? We're back at the 9 Club, everybody. Listen, let me tell you something. Today, we got a special guest. Mr. Tom Knox is with us.
Who the fuck is he?
Hey, thank you so much for coming, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, man, listen, man. Speed Freak, Santa Cruz. This is going to be such a great episode. You look younger than I thought, though. Yeah. This is very... do you get that a lot, though? Do you get the whole Tom Knox reference? No?
Not half as much as you'd think.
Really?
Really. I guess I'm from England.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's a generational thing.
Yeah. Kids nowadays, they don't know who the hell Tom Knox is.
Yeah. Even people around my age. I'm 27.
Okay.
I mean, I guess they're aware of it, but like, you don't grow up watching Santa Cruz videos or anything. So I, as a kid, I was kind of like half aware of it.
Right.
Well, apart from,
Yeah.
People who I was skating with didn't mention it. Just when I bumped into, it was like TMs would mention it. People with that generation above.
I know when Raj found out Tom Knox was going to be on the show, he was ecstatic. And then he found out it was you.
I know people were going to be bummed when they got clicking on. Like, yes, can't wait to hear about him. Yeah.
No, man.
But I do get, I guess I have got a fair,
little bit.
Maybe it's helped me out in ways, I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe.
I wonder how he feels about you.
Well,
you know,
yeah.
He's probably, who's this fucking
I've never
kid,
talked
man?
to him before, and I'm sure like Instagram, he definitely gets added a lot by me, and I get added his account sometimes, and there's people have tried to like organize an interview in the past.
Really?
Yeah, recently actually, and it just hasn't worked out.
Who has the
sick to see you guys hanging out together.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Who has the actual Tom Knox Instagram? Do you have it, or does he?
No, neither.
No,
Neither.
Really? There's another Tom Knox out there.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's an Instagram. Every name.
Yeah,
taken.
that's true.
Yeah,
that's
I don't
true.
know. I think he has Tom Knox skate. I don't actually follow him. I should follow him.
You should.
I know. I feel weird.
You gotta follow him.
I know.
You should.
I've always followed his video parts because
you kind of have to.
Yeah.
kind of as a kid. Yeah. As a kid, when you're told that someone else is your name,
right?
You just. I watched his parts. He's gnarly. He's gnarly. And I actually had an idea years ago of trying to recreate a part of his.
Oh really?
Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of a funny concept.
Yeah.
And he just does stuff that I can't do.
You just scratch this idea.
Yeah, he just does he does like full cabs on vert ramps and stuff, and I haven't got that. And so unfortunately, his curb skating's so gnarly too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But hopefully one day you'll get him on the show.
Listen, bro. But thank you for coming out here, man. Flying all the way from the UK just to be on the show. This is amazing, bro. Thank you to Dickies for flying him out for this. Going back tomorrow, huh?
Yeah. Straight back. The next podcast I got to be on tomorrow.
Oh, you got another one?
Yeah.
Doing the bunt? No? Okay. Listen, how long you're out here for a couple weeks to escape the winter back home, right? Is that right? Yeah. It must be freezing out there.
It's cold. When I left in the morning yesterday, and it was frost on the ground, and then today it started snowing. Like it's actually snowy in London right now.
Wow, really? And do you guys see the indoor parks out there and stuff? I can't really think.
No, not really. In London, there's one under like a bridge. Have you been to London?
Yeah, of course. South Bank?
No, it's
different. The old PlayStation one?
PlayStation,
I've been there. Yeah. But that's kind of an outdoor too.
And so is South
Bank.
Yeah,
Right.
So we don't really. I think there's a little indoor park somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's nowhere that I'd wait like a long time, even until going to like PlayStation. I'd wait until it was snowing to go there, or like the weather's shit for a week.
Right. And then it's still freezing there.
It's cold. But I just prefer to skate outside personally.
Yeah.
I don't like skating in wooden indoor parks.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather wait until it's dry outside.
Yeah.
And then go skate when it's dry, and then when it's wet, I'll just stay inside and chill. I just chill inside. I like chill. I'm a homebody. I like chilling inside.
Yeah.
So I'd rather do that than go skate indoor when it's wet, and then when it's dry, I have to do shit.
Sure.
Yeah. And so that's how I schedule my skateboarding. Is when it's dry, I try and skate, and when it's wet, I don't.
Yeah.
And it's perfect because people out here, they have a hard time. When do you decide when you skate and when you don't?
Well, because it's always sunny.
It's always dry.
Right.
Yeah. I always trip out on the fact that people have to. When do you spend time with your girlfriends? Like what? It's true though.
You gotta spend time when they tell you. And that's when you do it.
What happens if that's the day that everyone's out? Whereas in England, you're out when it's dry.
Yeah,
everyone's out when it's
exactly.
dry, and especially in the winter when it's dry, everyone's out. It's such a good vibe. Whereas in the summer, it's dry a fair bit.
You know what? I think that's what we're missing here, though, because
It's appreciation.
Well, it's the seasons, but it's the appreciation. It's about going out and being outdoors and everybody being stoked rather than everybody always being outside and being fucking assholes. You know?
I mean, you just get a bit spoiled, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
And it's actually, I don't like it being just blue sky all the time.
Yeah.
It weirds me out.
Listen, it's been raining here, and I've
heard.
loved it.
Yeah, that was
I
awesome.
loved it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it's nice to have that. It freshens the air, and
It's just-
you
we
get to,
never get it.
It's guilt-free time at home or time watching a movie or just doing nothing. Or
Yeah.
you're not like, I should be doing something more productive.
And then people are complaining after like a day of rain.
I know.
I'm just like, really? It's been one day.
Most people here are
together.
stoked on it though. Most people are hyped.
I think
when it
I think
rains.
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
When you get a chance to skate back home when it's like all dry, do you go straight to filming, or do you just like?
Depends if people are around, but yeah, usually in the winter for me, it's more productive usually.
Oh, really?
Because in the summer when it's dry a fair bit, everyone's drinking and chilling in parks and doing this partying basically because they're enjoying the summer. Whereas in the winter when it's dry, everyone's. So essentially in the winter, kind of like be wet in the morning just because of the moisture, and it will get dry by about midday, and then it gets dark at 3:30, 4. So you've got like a 3-hour window.
Dang, it gets dark that
In
fast.
in the winter, in the middle of
Yeah.
December time. Now it's starting. Now it's 4 at the moment. It's getting dark. So you have this window of 3-4 hours where it's going to be dry and light,
Yeah, wow.
and so you just have a spot and you just make it happen. You're just like, fuck, I'm here. It might be wet for the next week, so I've got to make it happen like today. It's kind of good motivation though, because you don't know if you're going to be able to come back.
That's right.
Whereas here,
That's
it's
right.
like you can just come back the next day.
Yeah, it's kind of in the back of your mind,
Yeah,
right? Like, if I don't
You
land,
can't- yeah.
at least in my mind.
Yeah.
When there's no
Yeah,
back
fuck
out there.
it.
No, I have that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you're out here, it's going to be
Well,
dry.
here there's like, I better get it now before Nigel comes along and gets it.
Oh, that's a completely different issue. I'm so glad I don't have to deal with.
Right.
Yeah, I don't-
What
don't
part
envy
of
you.
what part of the UK you grew up in?
London? Yeah.
Oh, seriously, London?
Actually, London. Yeah.
Really?
Whereas
It's kind of rare to
that
hear
is
that.
rare.
You always
yeah.
hear like, oh, grew up in fucking Croydon.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Shire,
there
I mean,
you go.
Croydon's pretty close to London, to be
Yeah,
fair.
okay.
But it's the same thing, I guess, like LA and New York, and lots
Right.
of people from those cities are actually, from others.
Yeah.
But in London, a lot of the kind of skaters who have come through London are not from there.
Right,
There's only like
yeah.
a handful
Yeah.
from London, yeah.
But there's so many like different. Oh, I'm from here, and then I'm from. But even the accent is so different from. I mean, I guess it's the same in the South. We have the accents and the whole thing.
Yeah, but
you know?
going from one coast to the other in America takes 6 hours on a
Yeah,
flight.
that's
whereas
true.
In England, it's
Right.
like a 4-hour drive.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah.
To get,
right?
and the accent changes every hour driving. The accent changes significantly.
How crazy is
significantly.
that?
It's weird.
You get out of the car, you're like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah. It is.
I only
Like,
drove an hour.
yeah, and then the further north you go up, it gets
Yeah.
really strong. My
Right.
mum's from Scotland, way up north. You know?
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, she had a fairly strong accent. She's slowly
yeah.
changing. Yeah.
So what's let's go. When did you start skating in London?
When I was about 10,
10?
11.
Okay.
Yeah, my oldest brother skated. I'm from a big family, got a few brothers, or more
Okay.
than a few. So
How many is it more than a few?
I got 4 brothers
Four
Oh, wow.
brothers
and 2 sisters.
Where are you in that? Youngest?
I'm number 3.
You're number 3.
Yeah, 4 boys, and then they finally got a girl.
Wow.
And then they just kept it going
They
with
kept going
a
to go with
boy
the
and a
girls.
girl. A boy and a
Oh,
girl.
boy and a
So
girl.
it's 2 girls, 5 boys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Parents were busy.
Yeah, they were.
Listen.
Yeah.
So so your older brother, did he ever make it in skating? Or
No,
was
he was decent, you
Yeah.
know. He just skated outside the house, and I'd see him go out with his friends to like central London and skate.
Okay.
So yeah, I just ended up getting aboard.
Tag along with them. You try to.
Yeah, I did.
'Cause sometimes
But they're always
older
cool.
brothers, they don't want the younger brothers.
No,
tagging
he was
along.
always
They wanna-
cool.
Oh,
He was
really?
always- yeah, we're from quite a tight family unit. We're all like,
Is your older brother the snowboarder?
no, that's my younger brother.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
so-
Pro snowboarder.
yeah, he's like gnarly snowboarder.
Yeah.
Damn.
But like, we used to go to this festival, Glastonbury Festival.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
massive.
yeah.
So when we were kids, my parents are kind of like hippie-ish. I don't know. We went to festivals every year since I was 1 until I was a teenager. They just
Okay.
drove in this big van every year, and there was a half pipe, a charity-built half pipe at this festival, and so
Okay.
I'd sit there when I was a kid, and I'd just go off my own. And then my parents would just give me like a couple bananas and some toilet paper, and I'd just go roaming on my own with my brothers. Pretty much. I mean, you've been to music festivals as a kid. It's gnarly, you know. You're on your own. You just got.
Toilet paper.
Oh yeah, you got to take a shit at some point in the toilets.
How old were you?
I mean, from the age of 1, but I wasn't carrying toilet paper at once.
I was gonna
This is
say.
when I was like 9, 10, yeah.
Okay.
You see a baby
I
with
know.
holding a banana and toilet paper.
Look at that cute little baby.
I mean, these festivals, they're so busy in the
Yeah,
toilets.
no.
It's not always, they'd give us, a roll
Sure.
for the pocket. And
I feel like you would do that before you left for the festival. You would take care of that business.
when you leave, there's no
When
toilets in
nature
the
calls,
tent.
dude.
I know,
Yeah.
but
But there's no toilet next to you. It's in the festival.
So
you
you're
go from
carrying
tent-
around a roll of toilet
No,
paper
in the
and
pocket,
a banana.
in the pocket,
yeah,
to keep you
okay.
going because we're going off
Gotcha.
on our own.
Right.
And
Guys
and then
sitting there taking a shit, listening to Coldplay.
pretty much. I try to avoid Coldplay
Okay.
at all costs. to be
Gotcha.
honest.
Gotcha.
There was a half pipe there, and I just used to watch them skate. And then, 1 year I had to go on my brother's board, and it kind of I was just like got the spark. I was like,
Yeah?
I want to do this. I want to try and skate. Yeah.
Oh, did you go through like shop sponsors and different stuff before you hit the big time with Isle?
I used to get Baker boards.
Seriously?
Through distribution in England.
What
Yeah.
distribution?
China.
Okay. What happened with that? I mean, I obviously it's distribution flow,
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably just don't fit Baker's.
you know, you
category.
fit. I could see it
don't know.
though. No,
Yeah, maybe.
with the toilet paper.
Yeah,
and
true,
You
yeah.
know, and a
Yeah.
beer now instead of a banana.
Yeah, borderline piss drunk with this thing. One Modelo.
Right. But I mean, getting boards is huge, though.
It was
because
ma- it
also
was massive
too
for me.
in the UK. I mean, even in Europe, anywhere, boards are expensive.
Yeah.
especially American
Yeah.
boards. You're
Yeah.
talking about what 60, 70 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, I think 50 quid, I'd say, around that. So,
Still,
I mean,
that's
for
what
American
the-
boards, you pay more, but you would never buy an American board if
Right.
if you're on a budget.
Yeah.
I'd just buy the cheapest boards I could, or just get second hand off my brothers, hand me downs constantly.
Sure.
Skateboards until they're, small square tail.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when I got sponsored, it was like sick. I got more boards then than I do now.
Yeah?
They used to send me like 3 boards a month, and now I don't need that many probably some months.
I'm
And
gonna
it's-
talk to
Really?
Shier, man.
No, I mean I asked for boards when I need them.
Oh yeah.
But
You're not
still,
one of those guys that just wants big old boxes of
No, no,
shit.
no,
and-
no.
That's
yeah.
Kelly.
Yeah, no,
I
no,
definitely
I
am
know.
not that dude. But
What do you mean you're not that? You love
Not that
you love
anymore.
product. I got boxes still sitting in my fucking house I haven't even opened. You know.
But like, do you skateboard for a long time?
I try to.
Yeah.
I try to. Yeah.
I was gonna say because England's got some pretty rough spots out
Yeah,
there.
well, if you
Rough.
skate the wrong spot, your board's fucked in a
Yeah.
day. That's the problem. But I do try and last them for like. It feels good when you skate a board for a long time. You
It
feel like a
does.
kid again. I don't like having fresh boards. On a trip, though, I will change my board a few times.
Yeah.
Because when the legs are feeling tired, it does help.
It helps
New
a
grip,
lot.
it just helps that day get through. But at home, I try and last them a bit.
New board, new shoes. New board, old shoes. Old shoes, new board.
Oh, always different.
Yeah.
I bug out on that stuff.
I mean, people usually
maybe it's like
Old
a
board, new wheels.
old board. Yeah.
it's old board, new shoes for like a few hours, and the next day I'll change the board. That's what I like to do.
Old board, new shoes. Oh, to break in the shoes.
Just to break in
and
the
then-
shoes enough, and then
I like that.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. Huh.
just to get that perfect
New
break in.
bolts, old bearings, new bolts.
Yeah, I know.
Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Sorry, random, but like you have such a big family.
Yeah.
Were there a lot of them skateboarding or anything? Because like
Yeah.
with the parents, you guys buying all those boards, it costs a lot of money.
I mean-
were they tripping on that?
They did not buy it. They bought us stuff, but it wasn't like they weren't buying us fresh boards all the time.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
definitely like hustle
Oh,
for what they can get. You know, we found like I remember finding a record store that sold boards for £20. And
Oh, wow.
I remember my parents buying me those when I needed them, and then I'd skate those till they were completely fucked, and I'd buy another £20 board, and that was it for a while. I didn't really support the skateboarding community as a kid. You know, you can't. It's expensive, to
expensive.
support it.
Yeah. Sure.
I couldn't go to skate shops and buy
Right.
£50-60 boards. I just did that for a
A
while.
lot. I mean, 60-pound board over here. I mean, the conversion, that's like 75, 80 bucks.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe even more.
Well, then it was more.
Yeah.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
it's kind of nearly the same these
We're
days.
getting closer.
Yeah,
Getting closer.
scary.
dude. So Baker Flow from a
Baker-
distributor,
Yeah.
3 boards a month.
3 boards a month.
Stoked. yeah. Then what happened from there?
Well, how did you initially like? Were you filming videos back then, or to
Yeah,
sponsor me tape, or?
I knew somebody who knew the team manager at Vans,
Oh,
and that was it. I got on Vans like Flow.
okay.
Then the guy there knew the guy at the Baker distribution. So I got Baker boards and Hubba wheels.
Oh, yeah.
Hubba
Hubba.
wheels. I couldn't believe it as a kid. I was looking at the adverts like fucking hell. Yeah. Lucky bearings.
There you
They
go.
gave me everything. They sorted me right out. It was lovely.
But listen, I mean that's some great stuff. Well, I mean, especially when you're a foreigner looking in at the U.S. skate industry.
Especially at
like,
that time,
you know
people
what I
were
mean?
looking into the US.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Whereas when I was a kid, people did look at the US a lot more than
yeah.
they do nowadays.
Sure. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, nowadays there's a lot of
Which is-
local brands.
Local
there.
brands, and it's
Yeah.
just like international. Like it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter US or not. I mean,
Yeah.
But dude, England's on fire right now with the skateboarding.
Europe in general, and
Yeah,
England.
yeah.
I mean, you've got Palace and
Sure.
Yeah.
Isle and everything.
Yeah, man. Want to get on Palace?
Yeah.
Did you ever want to try? No.
Palace isn't like that. You don't get on Palace. Palace gets on you. Yeah, you have to like. They're so cool, those boys. But you got to be
Sure.
down with them. They don't pick people who are going to like be productive for you. They pick people who they want to hang out with.
Friends and family.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is sick.
Yeah,
all
yeah.
those boys are so
Yeah,
cool.
Definitely. So the Baker thing, and then what happened after Baker? Distributor flow.
My friend Jake started filming for Blueprint. Dan McGee from Blueprint hit up Jake about filming stuff.
Love Dan McGee.
Yeah, he's
the best.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching Lost and Found. Was like,
Can we talk about Lost and Found?
Oh,
man?
Lost and- it's
it's
the-
the best.
that's a
Danny
good video.
Brady.
after that video, I just watched that video.
I was
For years, I just watched that video every day.
Me too. Listen, for me growing up, it was like chocolate and Blueprint.
That's amazing.
That was the shit.
And that's at a time where Europe wasn't making a splash.
I saw the Blueprint
And then
video. I was such
The Blueprint
a fan.
video changed because
I was such a fan.
McGee, not to stroke his ego or anything, but he did do a really good job. He made an amazing product where people in Europe weren't paying that much attention to the videos they were making. I mean, the Cliche were doing good
Oh, yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
and there
that's
was
right.
like quite a few brands doing it. But
He's super talented.
oh yeah, I mean, he
Super.
just put from beginning to end so much thought into it, and it's like
And the music
yeah,
and,
the
everything.
Yeah, and it shows even to this day. Because I mean, for me, it holds still. I mean, it's nostalgia for
Sure.
the most part. But the skating in it was good.
Oh, yeah.
And the spots were sick, but it wasn't. The skating wasn't that unbelievable. Yet he made something that had some emotion in it, and that's all that matters.
I agree 100%. And you know what also I think too? That video's relatable to a skater. It's not like this guy doing a nose grind down a 27th stair handrail.
It's people skating street.
It's people skating street. You got Shier doing tray flips. Brah, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
really, you know, it's like, it's fun to watch.
Yeah, and as
you
an
know?
English kid growing up, having just American videos around me, seeing an all English video, it's quite inspiring
good,
to
yeah.
know that you can do it. You can skate in your own city and make video parts that
Oh, yeah.
can be up there with everyone.
So were those guys like kind of the king of the, or were they
Of me,
really high?
yeah.
Did you
For
try
me,
to emulate Paul Shirer's style? A lot of people were trying to do that out there. I feel like.
see, as a kid, I wasn't shy. I went a bit over my head, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, yeah, a little bit. I was more like Jensen, Brady, Chewy.
Oh, yeah.
And then like as I got older, I started to realize it was like Shier and Scott Palmer, and there was a few
Mm-hmm.
older dudes in there that like I started to realize their parts were so amazing. But
Yeah.
as a kid, it was more the younger dudes who were closer to my age. Because someone like Nick Jensen was.
Oh, yeah.
He was like skating. He had parts before that when he was like 15, 16. So as a kid, you remember being a kid, you watch other kids.
You
You're like,
relate.
oh, this kid can do like
Yeah.
switch flips. I can't even switch ollie. Like,
Sure.
I need
What,
to
what was it in the Waiting for the World? Wasn't that one of the videos?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, he was,
he
like,
does
super young in
Switch
that.
flips a 10 stair at the end. You're like, what the fuck? Yeah, he looks like a proper baby.
all those guys were so good. Shier.
Was that Rattray? He's not. Is he?
Rattray, yeah.
Is he from England?
He's
or-
Scottish.
Scottish. That's right.
Yeah, he was sick. Have a good. Actually, he was on a video radio tour. Do you remember that video? Video
Oh
radio.
yeah, It's the Circa one.
Circa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And my dad. So when he used to take all the kids from where I'm from in London to to PlayStation every weekend, every Saturday morning for like 10 till 12 session, and he would drive. He had basically a school bus, and he'd just pick up everyone. He'd drive everyone
No
to the
way.
skate park. Yeah, and everyone would like. That's how all my friends started skating.
Oh.
And then he drove us all to the demo. So he drove us to that demo,
No
and then
way.
my little brother was there, and he had like fuck off Mohican at the time, and he was about 7 years old, dropping in the vert ramp, and Rattray just looked at him and was like, mate. Stand there. I'm going to do something over you. And he goes up and he just alley-oops. And my little brother's standing there with a Mohican.
Yeah, right.
On top of the vert ramp at PlayStation. And there's a photo in Transworld, like a double page, I think it was. And it says his name. My little brother's called Sparrow. And it says, like, yeah, we don't know who this Sparrow kid is, but he like looks sick. And Rattray actually gave him his board, a full setup.
Full setup?
On a tour, like Imagine breaking in trucks the next day or the
Fuck
demo.
that.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
And so he gave him his board, and my brother had this fresh Blueprint board. And for ours, it was ridiculous. And actually got on 0 after that trip. So pretty much his last Blueprint board.
Wow.
And we went to go to the park one day soon after that, and he left it in a fucking tennis court. And just like for a second, and
it was gone.
Some kids must have nicked it.
Yeah,
and we went back and we're like, where the fuck is it? Yeah. So lost it. And I've mentioned it to Rettery.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's incredible. It's funny how things come around full circle like that, you know?
Yeah, and actually I went to America like as a kid with my brother and like my family, and went to a shop and they recognized my brother and gave him the issue of the Trans World, and it had Chad Musker had signed the cover. He said the Musker issue.
Yeah,
so
right.
And I've still got it at home somewhere. Remember when Trans Worlds were like this thick?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's one of them ones.
They were huge.
Yeah, and he gave it to my brother, signed Musker. And that was when he was like, Musker was like a legend. I still have that at home.
This is the brother that snowboards now? Yeah.
And he skates as well.
Oh,
he ripped.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's sick.
Wow.
Yeah.
What were you saying about Dan McGee before we went into the whole Blueprint thing? I think it was before you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Trying to get off.
Yeah,
Baker.
he got Jake on filming some of the stuff for Make Friends, Blueprint's last video.
Yeah.
And then while he was filming for that, Jake just started talking to Shier and McGee about getting me on. Because
Gotcha.
I'd been filming with Jake since I was like 13, 14.
Oh, so there was a chance you were going to get on
14.
Blueprint.
I did get on Blueprint.
Wait a minute.
I had tricks in that video.
Which video?
Make Friends with the Color Blue.
Oh.
You did?
I had tricks in like Neil Smith's part. I don't know.
Neil?
I had like
Okay.
3-4 tricks.
sprinkle
I was
in
like, sprinkle, and I
Okay.
looked pretty young in it, but I got on Blueprint as a kid, which was
That's insane.
a dream come true. I couldn't believe I was getting Blueprint boards, and then you realize that I got in it at like the shittest time to get in it. It was like just as it was dying, just as like
They
shit
sold
was
it
starting
off.
to go wrong. Well,
It's
it was
heartbreaking.
before that, but it was just as people were losing that love for it. It was like at the end of a video where my friend was filming because other people were busy.
Sure.
But it was a very exciting time for me being, on a distribution, and suddenly
Now you're on the hometown company.
But I mean, the
Seriously.
company for me, it was the company. It was all I wanted to skate for.
How many boards a month again?
I don't know. Probably 3. I don't know. But yeah, it was like proper dream come true at the time, and I was just like in London, finishing up, like trying to finish up school, but I was just so hyped to skate. I was just focusing on skating.
So when Blueprint kind of went downhill, right? Everybody, then I think what happened? They sold it or something, or the original owner took it back, or it was something with the owners.
Yeah,
or
it's like
something. I don't know. You don't have to.
Yeah, I don't.
You didn't own it, so you don't know.
The people who owned it, and I don't really know too much about it, but the people who owned it were just blowing it, and everyone on the company was over it. And at the time, I didn't personally have a say because I wasn't on it long enough. I was probably on it for like half a year or a year. I don't even know how long, maybe more than that. But I didn't really have a say. So I just,
of course.
And then Shier hit me up about starting a new thing, and he asked me to ride for that.
It's such a shame to see a company like Blueprint, such iconic videos. You got Dan McGee, Shier, all these names, and then it just all overnight. It's like, oh, we got a new team. Everybody's
that
off.
sucked.
We got to. I mean, even though they have people that are rad like York and different people, but it's just like, this isn't Blueprint.
Yeah.
Now you just start a whole new company.
That's it.
Just dead it and start something.
Dead
new.
it. Just respect it, because it did have a legacy.
Absolutely.
It did have a history.
100%.
And I don't. Yeah, and at the time, I think maybe it was good that it was going to finish in that way. Just get rid of it.
Right.
With a video coming out, it was like a decent video.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to drag it on like that was a bit upset. It was kind of upsetting. It's like, why are you doing this? It's obviously not going to do well, right?
Right.
That's just a bad formula from the beginning.
Totally.
Just to get American guys on it, it's just like, what?
Did make sense?
Yeah.
It did not make sense. And obviously no one's going to buy into that.
I mean, I guess I can kind of see where the owners were going. You know what I mean?
And,
like we
but
have something brand. We've already
they could
got
just-
these trademarks, and let's just.
It's a good name too. You know,
It is.
Do you know how many fucking people I would see with the Blueprint Hart tattoo?
Yeah, but that's
Like,
it. It's
so many people.
The imagery was so strong with it, but
Yeah.
it was strong in connection with England.
Mhm.
You know, it was like we thrived through cold winters. In the adverts, it was like proper English brand.
Yeah.
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 So it's just to do something that different, have like Californian kids on it, was just like,
Yeah,
I mean, it was
such
just
a
ridiculous.
shame.
It's good. It would have been way better if they just let it die.
Yeah.
Just straight away.
That's why I said, and nothing against the dudes who got on it after, but
I
they
mean,
were
they're
just
just trying to get on something.
Yeah,
but-
exactly. But just I agree. Should just let it die. But Danny Brady, my God,
Brady. Yeah.
the best human I know.
Yeah, he's so sick.
No offense, Raj Kelly. But
But like, that was
best
that,
dude.
all good.
Yeah, that was at a time I remember he would wear like stripy shirts and his like big stripes in that footage. And I remember going and buying like big striped shirts from charity shops, trying to copy it. And that's it. As a kid, it's sick to like think back and be like, I actually wanted to copy him. I used to do double flips as a kid all the time. I was like pretty good at them.
His double flip down the stairs.
I did it down those stairs.
Did down the same stairs. Oh my god.
I know. It's fucked, but I really love those parts.
I'm telling you, man. Like I said, for me, it was Blueprint or chocolate. If I had to get off chocolate, I'd go right for Blueprint.
Yeah,
the new one. No, I'm sorry. No, because it was funny because after I had, got into Blueprint and everything, I had met Dan McGee and Shier. I loved it even more because Dan McGee's he's a legend.
Did you love it because you knew you could never get on?
No, I just like he said that skating wasn't extraordinary. Mm-hmm. It was great skateboarding.
It makes you want to go skate.
Exactly.
And it
was relatable and the music was great. And
I know why nothing's like that anymore.
Yeah, it's tough.
I never met Dan McGee, but I always hear like you'd bust people's balls.
He's a ball buster.
Oh yeah, not me. I love McGee, and I've never had a bad relationship with him. But
he never fucked with you?
He never fucked with me. He tried to, but I just don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna let him fuck with me. I don't. I got into Blueprint when he was like checked out. He was checked out of it already, so he didn't try and fuck with me.
Yeah, if you got thick skin and somebody's a ball buster, he can't bust your balls, he's gonna move on to the next person.
He made numerous people cry.
Oh yeah,
I won't name names.
It's funny, he's not the biggest dude either. He's a pretty
he gets into people's heads.
He's a great dude.
He's a good dude.
I love fucking McGee. What's he do? Have you ever talked to him now?
Yeah, he's actually filming a project right now.
Is he
in
really?
London? Yeah, with some other dudes in London, not like all a part of a brand, just a crew. He's filming a video. It's gonna be out soon, and it'll be gnarly.
That's great.
Watch out for that. You'll see it when it comes.
Okay.
I think I saw something for that. That dude Kevin Parrott.
Yeah,
is he working on that?
Yeah, he's doing it too.
Okay.
So those boys are actually McGee's. Dusted off the old camera and doing it. He's doing something for himself because he's worked on like corporate things since. He's like done stuff.
He was working for Nike for a little bit, right?
Yeah, he did some stuff for Nike and he did a few bits for other companies. He worked in film for a bit. But he's actually doing a skate video for himself out in the streets.
That's amazing.
Yeah, just nosing people up, just busting their balls, as you would say.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk sky kind of fat.
Yeah, fucking mate.
Yeah. Oh, you're fucking guy.
He does, yeah.
I love McGee, man. He's such a fucking great guy. But so basically, Blueprint falls apart, and Shier talked to you about doing Isle.
Yeah, well, they just mentioned they're starting a brand and they want to meet. They only picked a certain amount of people from it, and I was one of them.
Well, you said you only lasted on Blueprint a year.
I'm actually not sure about the. Yeah,
okay.
I don't know. Could have been more. Could have been less. But not long.
Was it for Isle? Was it mostly just younger crew of kids, or is it like was it Nick Jensen?
It was it's Jensen and Shier and Sylvan were starting, and then a guy called Chris Aylen who's behind the scenes too doing it. But it was those guys just were like talking about it before, and then just knowing that Blueprint was gonna be fucked.
Right.
And then they just came to certain dudes. Yeah, it was a hard one because obviously some people weren't on the team, didn't get on Isle who were on Blueprint.
Sure.
And it's one of those things where you are friends with people on a team. And you're friends with them anyway, but when you do something else, you don't hang out with those people as much. I'm sure you'd know that.
Of course.
It's a weird one, though, because you are mates with them, but if you're not on the same company and doing these videos together...
You never see them again.
Yeah, which is annoying.
And it's a shame, too, because... not a shame that Blueprint, but I mean Isle, but it just sucks because when something like that happens with like a Blueprint, you're hoping that whole team goes somewhere else and you could still follow that whole team.
Yeah.
But
then I think it's just like... I don't know if that's always the best thing to do because it's just like trying to.
It never works. I'm just saying,
it's trying to like make something out of
trying
what
to
it
carry
used
on
to
the
be.
legacy under different names.
I think it's better to just
but as a
cut the cord and start again.
But as a fan, you always want to see this continue.
Yeah, you want to see it continue, but now you have videos you can go back and watch, and then that's it. Now it's just it's logged in, and there's actually videos that are rewatchable, and they have
my God.
Dude, well,
it's a special part in time, like the whole Blueprint thing. Like,
at a time where like nothing was making it over the Atlantic, like, nothing.
Sure.
What videos did you grow up watching?
I mean, it's just whatever my brother owned or had. So Lost and Found, Flip Sorry was a big one for me. Rowley, I couldn't believe that he came from England. I could not believe it. But really, you look around you in England, there's no one doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We're not handrail skaters. There's no handrails to really skate.
Right.
It's a very like cultural thing, skating handrails. Yet this one guy from Liverpool went to America and just, I couldn't understand it, comprehend it as a kid. Somebody would be just way better than everyone else.
Yeah.
Just better, like more gnarly, just better.
Yeah, he came on
So
the
that was
scene.
like inspiring as a kid, just seeing someone just go for it.
Right.
And fucking Tom Penny.
Definitely. He didn't have the effect on me that he does on other people necessarily as a kid. I wasn't like inspired by him. I think I missed that a little bit.
Oh,
but I do
yeah.
appreciate what he did, and I can understand why people liked him so much.
For sure.
But for me personally, I was like
you're a fan now, but back then, no.
I mean, I watched his parts and I enjoyed him, but I didn't get what the fuss was about.
I mean, Flip
could
mainly
see that,
was just all out of England. I mean, like a lot
It
of
was it was an English company.
came
and
from there, right?
Then it was basically just not American, which was sick. It's like Canadians and people from France and all over. And and they took the world by storm to a certain extent. Like they were better than everyone.
Yeah.
I feel like Isle didn't start right away after Blueprint.
It was a slow start,
yeah.
They kind of slowly introduced the riders, and then
because Nick Jensen's an amazing artist.
yeah, he is.
If nobody knows, he's incredible.
He's really good.
And he does all the graphics.
Yeah, he does. He either does the graphics or he talks to the people who are going to collab. And
Oh yeah, gotcha.
yeah, he figures it all out.
Hmm.
So it's so handy having someone like that. Who, like, I mean, he has a degree. In
crazy.
I think it's fine art or something.
Man,
He does
super
everything.
talented kid.
Very talented.
First time I ever met him, he was staying up the street at like Mackenzie's in Robbie McKinley's place. Or no, Robbie had moved. I was living with Robbie. All those guys were at work. He came. I lived like a block away. He came over and was like hanging out. He's like, "Okay, mate, I'm gonna go home." Little kid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and get some food. I said, "All right, man. See you later. Just come back whenever." Comes back in like 5 minutes. Sits down on the couch and I'm like, "What are you doing? You're back so soon?" He's like, "Somebody ate my sandwich." I will remember that for the rest of my life. Super bummed.
Yeah.
Just when I say little kid, I mean he wasn't like a kid,
Yeah.
With like 18 or something.
something like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but he was somebody ate his sandwich.
Oh,
so
bless
bummed.
him. Yeah. Because it's funny if you meet Jensen, he's so humble, but he was like a prodigy in England. He was like the first kid. He was like really
Yeah.
good.
Hell yeah.
I guess he had Penny and stuff, but in my generation, he was the kid. He was like on that level.
Well, like you said, Blueprint, and he was Lakai, and
I mean,
he was
had
doing
tricks,
it.
He had tricks in Fully Fled. He had a part with Brady, and
Yeah.
as a kid to see people you saw around London skating be in that caliber of video was like inspiring. That's what you're looking for, being from like a smaller skate community, is people from your area being in those kind of videos.
Yeah.
It was like just you definitely get inspired just to think that it can happen.
Right.
It's like a good thing, yeah. Because I guess, I mean, being from here, as a kid, I'm sure you saw so many pros all the time.
Yeah.
In England, it was like a rare sighting to see even those boys.
I mean, you still got excited when you saw the pros, but
Yeah, I'm sure you did,
would
man.
see them all the time, though. You know, I would see
And
Tim
I'd hear
Gavin
that.
and Eric Costin.
As a kid, I'd
and-
hear that. Like in America, pros just go to the skate parks,
Oh,
local
yeah.
skate parks. Whereas in London, you see these like local English pros, and you'd be hyped still.
I bet,
And so to
yeah.
see them in that video was like, it was like impressive.
People are jaded. I mean, they're used to it here. It's like you can't even give a sticker away to somebody.
Yeah.
A sticker?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
want a sticker. What are you doing? Give me your board. Or whatever.
It was always cool back in the day when you would see the skaters out in the streets, because now you see them at the skate parks, like you said.
Yeah.
But like, that's what's special back then. There was no skate parks. You would see, if you saw Costin out in the wild.
Oh yeah. Well, I would see him at the courthouse because that
okay.
was my. So everybody would. That was my skate park. So everybody would come to the courthouse.
But now
And
it
you'd-
is kind of a skate park. But
It
then
is.
it
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah. But you would see everybody.
Yeah.
I would buy a shirt off Costin for like $5.
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
set of wheels, boards.
So cool though.
But you get used to it.
Yeah.
Right. But then you would get stoked when other pros would come there and sick.
Yeah.
Like look at this dude. Oh, I've seen that dude in the video.
But yeah, exactly. But in England, you had this culture of when pros came, it was a big deal still when we were kids. I remember Blind did a demo once, and my dad had this van at the demo, and then Josh Kasper was there, and he gets out the thing and he can't see anyone. We're just like, fuck, hop in the van. And my dad, he just gets in the front of my dad's van, and my dad's just driving it down the street. It's Josh Kasper, and we're all like, oh my god, he's like a rock star, and it's fucking Josh Kasper.
Right.
That's amazing.
Now thinking back, it's like, oh my god, it's Josh Kasper. It's kind of weird.
Were you a Kasperholic?
No, I was not. But I just knew he was like a big pro. I was as far from.
Man, you must have been blown away when the chocolate team came there. Man. It must have been so
I didn't go to that demo.
You didn't go to
I don't think so.
Oh, man.
No.
I'm trying to think what demo we even did.
You
out
did
there.
one in PlayStation, right? Because there was a chocolate tour.
I know we went there.
Yeah.
Milton Keynes, man. That
Milton
place is so fun.
Yeah,
Let me tell you.
the bus station.
It's just a manual pad and a ledge,
Yeah.
but it's amazing.
Is that the marble one?
Yeah.
That looks
Yeah.
really cool. Yeah.
Super fun.
You're 5-0 at Milton Keynes.
Let's talk about my 5-0
Yeah.
Milton Keynes. Huh?
Leave
Talk
it
about
to
you
you.
a little bit.
Let's talk about me, man. I have a lot of ties with the UK and everything, you know?
Darts.
Oh, I love darts.
Do you?
Yeah. Phil the Power Taylor?
Yeah. Have
Yeah,
you
you
ever
know?
gone to the darts?
No.
Really?
No. Me and Paul Shier would play darts all the
Okay.
time.
I went to the darts the last few years.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's right where I'm from in London. That's where the World Championship is every year.
Is Phil the Power Taylor still...
Yeah, I think
He's-
he retired. I think, and he's come back, and it's going to the darts is so fucked. It's
Dude.
essentially a giant pub with thousands of people
Yeah.
boozing. I think it's like it's 14 on average 14 pints of beer per person.
Oh,
so they
shit.
drink all day there.
Down.
Even
And
the
there's
even the guys are drinking beer.
No, they're not.
Oh, they're not?
Yeah, no, they're not anymore. They're
Oh, I thought they
athletes.
were-
They're just fat athletes.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
But,
Okay.
Like bowlers.
Are they
Yeah.
athletes though?
I mean, I don't know.
Well, bro, they got a good arm and a good eye.
Yeah, sharp throw. Like,
Me and Paul Shier for a while there.
Shy
would-
is decent dart player, isn't he?
decent.
Yeah.
Beat him a bunch of times.
Oh,
But
you pretty good, Chris?
pretty good. Listen, man, not a 9 darter, but
Yeah.
we would go to this bar where they would have a dart competition.
No way.
Yeah, and me and Shier entered one time, right? We were losing. I don't remember. This was years ago. I don't remember. The only thing I remember was we needed 3 bullseyes.
3
for some
bullseyes. No, you wouldn't need that.
Maybe we
That'd
needed
be-
3.
that'd be
Maybe we needed 3
150.
20s.
Yeah.
Three
to
triple-
win.
or
Or
yeah,
double
yeah.
like a
20,
triple.
20, and then double 20.
I think we needed we needed something 3 in a row.
Yeah,
I think
which
it was
is-
3 20s.
So it's like
or
a 3 dart finish.
Yeah.
And you got it.
Bro, I step up. It's my turn.
Yeah.
Right? We're about to fucking lose. I step up there. I fucking boom 20. Boom 20. Boom 20. The fucking crowd goes wild. Everybody's fucking running up, taking photos with me, dude. It was insane.
Yes.
I think we won like $10 bar tab.
Yeah,
or
but it's the
something,
pride.
Totally.
Yeah, it's
It was
such an
about-
addictive game.
Yeah.
I've gone in when I've broken my ankles or feet and stuff. I used to have a darts board at my parents' house, and when you have like the boot on,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
I
yeah.
remember I could still stand on it, so I just got really good at darts for
Yeah.
a summer.
It's
Oh, yeah.
fun, dude.
Yeah, it's good. They did used to booze when they were playing.
Yeah,
back in the
yeah,
day. Yeah.
yeah.
And snooker, they used to drink and smoke, and then it
Right.
kind of all got cut out. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that, man.
Dude, you guys just going on a conversation right there.
Skateboarding, though.
We got a lot.
You still drink when you're skateboarding.
There you go,
Yeah,
see?
it's one of the last remaining things that people really can just drink and do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
man.
I can't personally.
Yeah,
no,
I can't
not a
either.
good.
I'm
no.
terrible.
Even a beer.
One
Even a-
beer, if I'm skating during the one beer and still drinking, I can. Maybe 1, 2.
Okay.
Pushing it.
Yeah.
hey Kelly, have you ever seen anyone like pull out a beer at Street League?
Like while they're skating the contest?
Yeah.
No. I've seen people like as soon as they're done, they have their beards. Like they have tons of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. Chris, did
Yeah.
you ever drink beer while you're playing darts?
That's all you do when you're playing darts, isn't it? It's a
Chris,
pub game.
But Chris doesn't really
Maybe.
drink beer.
No, but this was years ago, though, too. This is when I was living with.
White Russians.
Oh, yeah, right, White Russians.
You used to drink
Yeah.
White Russian.
Oh yeah, it's great drink, great drink. You know,
That's such a
the Big
huge-
Lebowski.
Yeah.
Oh well, let's go back to Isle. We were
Yeah.
talking about Isle, Nick Jensen doing
Yeah.
all the graphics, even Paul Shier. How is it now? Skating for Paul Shier,
Yeah.
legend,
Yeah.
legend. People used to try to emulate his style.
Yeah.
Yeah. He never told you the stories about that? No. Maybe he was just lying to me.
Maybe.
But how is it writing for Shier now?
It's good, man.
Yeah?
It's nice. It's like
He's a great dude.
Yeah,
The funniest guy.
I mean-
he's a busy dude.
he's busy. Everybody in skateboarding knows that guy.
Yeah.
He's one of the most popular people in skateboarding. You go anywhere,
That's
and
right.
everybody knows him. Everyone wants to like have it. He's just he's a fun person to be around.
Yeah.
And I don't get to travel with him much. And when I do, the rare occasions that I get to see him on a trip, it's like hilarious.
Yeah.
He just brings a lot of energy.
He's just a fun guy.
He just like has that thing where he just loves being on trips. He just loves like
yeah.
just enjoying stupid little shit. But yeah, he's good. We've got a good little crew together. It's a funny one because it's actually like a proper team. We have like everybody knows everyone. We all know each other's girlfriends and wives and kids and like we have like we're just friends. We go skate together, but we are just friends.
That's great.
And, I mean, it sounds cheesy and cliche, but it genuinely is like.
Are you guys all from the UK?
Yeah, well, there's a couple people from France. Sylvain and Remy are both from. Remy's a new addition from France, and then with John Ewan's from San Jose.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So we don't get to see him as much as we should, but he makes the trip to London sometimes. But we're very close.
I like that.
It's good.
That's great.
It's nice.
Yeah, nowadays.
We forget we're part of like a company because you just
Man.
we're just friends.
Because literally, Shier pretty much does the whole thing, and he's at Adidas.
Yeah, I mean, he does it. Jensen does a lot of it, and this guy, another guy, Chris Aylen, who's like Shirer's mate from Croydon, he does a lot. So Shier does a lot of it, but he has people working at it too, chipping away.
But he does a lot of it out of his house too, right?
Yeah,
the boards come in, and
he's busy with that. And I don't know how he does that shit because
he's got a daughter now.
He's got a daughter, and he's full time at Adidas.
Yeah.
Busy man.
Yeah.
He likes it though. He likes having his. It's a nice little thing for him to. And like everyone on the team kills it, so it kind of makes his job easier.
Totally.
It's a good team.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Video. What are you guys gonna do?
You guys do the Atlantic Drift videos?
Yeah, I mean,
I know, but I want a full. What about a full length Isle?
I mean,
the Atlantic drifts are. Don't get me wrong. Atlantic drifts are sick.
Yeah, we did a full length. That Vase came out.
Yeah, the Vase. Yeah.
One full length's enough for that.
No. But Vase, that was a few years back.
Yeah, it was a few years back now.
I want something new.
Yeah, there's no.
I want you guys to work on something new.
I would.
It's been a couple years.
Yeah.
You should have been already working on something the minute that video was done.
I know everyone's busy now.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, you are married with a kid?
I'm married, 2 kids.
2 kids.
2 kids.
Wow.
How old are these kids?
The older one's just turned 3 the other day. It was her birthday party.
Happy birthday.
And the younger one's 1.5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. Boy and a girl?
2 girls.
2 girls.
I know, and I grew up with boys. There's 5 boys. My parents had 5 boys, and now I'm in a house full of women. It's weird. The switch up is insane.
Yeah, but you know what? This daddy's little girl.
Yeah, I mean, they are. Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah, it's amazing being a father.
Man, I can't believe that. Young kid here.
27
years old, bro.
I guess I had the first one when I was 24.
Okay. Wow.
Young father for this day and age. I mean,
it is.
All of our parents' generation, that's pretty normal. But now it's like people definitely looked at me when I was 24 having a kid and went, what the fuck are you doing, man?
No, the older days, if you weren't married by like 20, it was
exactly. Yeah.
When did you turn pro?
Same year. When I was 24.
Around the same time.
Yeah, it was all the same time. That's when Vase came out. Around that time.
So you celebrated after you turned pro.
Well, I turned pro. I turned pro. I turned pro at the Vase premiere, and my now wife was there, pregnant, so she couldn't even come to the after party.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many months pregnant?
She was probably like 7 months.
She was ready to go.
She was nearly a couple months off.
A couple months later.
Yeah.
So did Shier get on stage and make a whole speech and all that? I don't know why I wasn't at the Vase premiere. Where the fuck was I? So weird.
Well, there's one in London. That's where I turned pro. And there was one here.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I don't know how it even happened. They went on stage and then we're all on stage and they all brought my board out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling.
It's exciting. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was nice because it's in front of all the people. My family were there.
That's
my
awesome.
missus was there, and then the video played too. The stuff I've been working on for like 2 years prior.
There you go.
So
they turned you pro before the video?
and I had the first part.
Now
too.
you had
I had the first part, so it's nice. Like I turned pro, and then people got to watch what I was working on.
Yeah,
it kind of worked.
It's a little nerve wracking though.
A little bit, yeah.
The first premiere at.
I had video parts before then.
Okay.
Like video parts, I worked hard for, but that was the first one in like a proper cinema.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, proper.
Yeah, I mean, we had ones in places that weren't as big, so it was that first real feeling of like.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was like nerve wracking. It's scary.
Well, you don't know what people.
You put yourself in the line like that.
You start thinking, what are they going to clap? Are they going to? You almost want to go and hide.
Yeah, and there's certain imperfections in the part you know about, and when they come up, you almost feel embarrassed, and you're.
And then stuff that you're stoked on doesn't get a reaction, and the things that you don't even know. It's crazy.
Yeah, it always happens like that.
Yeah.
But that was an exciting time, really, because that came out, and I was about to have a kid, and I was scared shitless, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Am I going to even be able to skate? I didn't know what the fuck was going on. So.
Damn, dude.
And then it all just like happened, and you just deal with it, don't you? As a human, you just deal with what's in front of you, and it was all good. It was lovely.
Yeah.
It was so nice. My kid was born, and I just had a month where I didn't even touch my skateboard. I just looked
you
after
took a maternity leave.
Yeah, paternity leave. Yeah, kind of. It's easy as a skateboarder. And she was a January baby, so it was wet all the time anyway. So
there you go.
Perfect time.
Okay.
So I just looked after her. Like, just didn't sleep, and I was just like, didn't know what the fuck I was doing. Just figuring it out as I went along.
Did you get a handbook?
God, no, there's not a handbook for that shit. That
He's under the covers Googling shit.
Oh, man, there's no Google for that. There is, but it's just so particular to every kid. And after having two, you realise that two kids are completely opposite.
But I bet even the first one, it has diarrhea, and you're like, oh my god, it's got diarrhea. We got to do something. You know, it's like this whole.
It's all brand new, and
it's all brand new. You know, you don't want to.
Second one, you're probably like,
it's got diarrhea.
Well, the first,
some Pepto-Bismol.
Well, the first one comes and you kind of. I was checking on it when it was sleeping to make sure it's breathing. It's that kind of thing. It's that kind of anxiety where you're like, oh my god!
Putting a mirror up next to the mouth to see if it fogs up.
Well, yeah, you have a kid and they let you take it home. I've never even owned like a dog or anything. So it's like they suddenly let you take this thing home. You're like, wait, am I allowed? Like they shouldn't be allowing me to do this. I have no idea what I'm doing.
This should be illegal.
You kind of it did feel like that, and you just
if you kill it, it's kind of legal.
Yes,
this is true.
So then the first few nights, you're just so scared they're not going to sleep that you don't sleep, and having this watching people have kids now, I'm telling them like sleep whenever your kid's sleeping, you sleep. Make sure you do that because I didn't do that.
That's a good tip.
Yeah, 100%. People just don't sleep at first.
Yeah.
For some, I did the same thing, and now I look back and I'm like, what? Your kid sleeps like 20 hours or like 18 hours of the whole day. But some
You're
reason,
like a cat.
But for some reason they're sleeping in the day, and you're doing. Literally the day after my kid was born, I was at the pub with Jake with the kid. Just me and him chilling.
Like Dustin Johnson.
I know. Dustin, you bringing up the new Dolan.
I was a proactive. I just wanted to be like a proactive father who was doing stuff for my kids. So I just put in that.
It was the first. What's the movie where the babies on the
Raising Arizona?
No. The in Vegas Hangover.
Yeah. You wet the baby.
Got the baby on its back drinking a beer.
What's cool? Yeah. When you wet the baby's head, you go for a beer. So Jake
dripping down.
Pretty much.
Isn't that funny though? That like our cultures are like nobody would do that here.
Really?
You probably get arrested.
No there's no way.
You can't bring a baby to the bar. Dripping beer on its head.
Drinking culture is very different in England.
Yeah,
it's a part of our culture. It really is. And then so Jake, the guy filmed Vase and films Atlantic Drift. He's like my best mate. He's the godfather. So he came around and we went for a pint together.
Oh yeah.
And I remember just being like, is it breathing? It is. Okay. Let's have another sip. All right, is it breathing?
But I can imagine though, it's the same. Yeah, like
I was just excited to show it to people. Like
exactly.
It was such overwhelmed with love.
Yeah.
You just want to like show this thing. Oh my god. I couldn't believe it.
Right.
What was your wife doing?
Resting.
Trying to rest, but at that point, hopefully having a nap, but she probably was. And we just did the first few weeks. We did so much shit. We're like just going to restaurants with friends and doing all that. And looking back on it, I kind of wish we did a little bit less.
Sure,
just had a bit more time. To ourselves because it's kind of the last time you get where it's really peaceful, and then the kid starts doing stuff, and you're suddenly I
mean, I can imagine getting scared of the baby getting tangled in the blankets and this and that, and it's turned over, and it's I couldn't imagine.
My wife's an ER pediatric with children's nurse.
Perfect.
She works in A&E, we call it.
Oh yeah.
So she knows.
There you go.
So that's what makes it a lot easier. Yeah.
I think that's just a natural thing though. Because even when my cat is like sleeping, I'll like I'll glance over to see if it's its tummy's going up and down.
Yeah.
It's got its breath.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, the second one I did not do that. I was just like, peace. Yeah, I know it's going to be okay. Like, I've done it before now. Like I just knew the drill.
You ever check your rabbit to see if it's breathing?
Whenever he lays on his side, I think he's dead.
See? Any plans for another one?
Not in the near future.
No,
I'm chilling for a while.
Hey, I know you're probably gunning for that son, man. I know. No, you don't care.
I don't care.
Your dad wants a son.
A lot of people ask me that.
Yeah.
I actually don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit?
No, I don't. It's a funny thing. It's almost like I'm a king and I have to have, I have to have a son.
I just think that it's just the way, like the woman wants a daughter, mommy daughter, the dad wants a son, play catch and do all this.
I'm just going to teach my daughters to play catch. That's for sure.
Oh yeah?
Make sure. Yeah, for sure. I need someone to play catch with.
Oh, you can go to she could teach her how to play darts.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going
to make, because I got two girls, I'm going to make sure they do some sports so I keep them entertained.
Well, let's talk about New Balance.
Yeah.
You got some amazing sponsors, by the way.
Yeah,
Isle.
I'm very lucky.
New Balance, Dickies.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
Small Wheels.
Small
The
Wheels.
best wheel company in the world. Aaron, all those boys.
Yeah, great
Yeah,
dude,
they're
great
the
dude.
best.
Roger's got the
Company.
shirt on.
I do.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, represent. Yeah, those
Did you do that
guys
on
are-
purpose, Raj?
Those guys are the
Just
best.
happened to be wearing it today.
Okay.
When I first came to LA, actually, I came to film for some New Balance stuff, and the filmer Russell left town for a little bit filming for another brand. And Aaron, I didn't even know him, came to my house every day for like 2 weeks straight.
Oh,
To
really?
do my Airbnb where I was staying.
Oh.
And he picked me up every day and took me
That's
out. And he
amazing.
was like, "Don't you have to film anything? Just we'll go, just show you a good time." And it was so lovely.
Yeah.
And after that, I was just literally, I'm down Small Wheels for life. They're
It's
just
great.
the best. And their wheels are actually, I'm not trying to promote, but
No,
they're the
it's really
fucking
good.
best.
They're
Yeah.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
awesome.
good. Yeah.
What about New Balance? How did that come into the picture? Because you said you were, weren't you hooked up with Vans?
Well, I got on America after that. When I got on Blueprint, McGee sorted me out with America, Europe deal. So I
Van-
started. That's when I started
Oh,
getting paid a little bit.
New Balance or Vans?
America,
Oh, I'm sorry, America.
Emerica.
Emerica.
Yeah, a guy from England on Emerica. It's a bit fucking weird. It was a bit weird, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. So they were the first people to pay me.
Oh yeah.
Like a tiny amount, but it was nice
What
to
are
like.
we, 500 pounds?
No, 300 euros. So it was
300
like 200
euros.
pounds or something. It was like, but it was some for a kid. Like,
Yeah.
I was
Something
I was 17, 18, just leaving school. I was like, in England, they did something at the time where if your parents earned under a certain amount, like if they were low income, you got paid to go to college.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I went to college just literally to get paid. You got free travel. You got like an Oyster card where you could go all over London for free.
Crazy.
Wow.
So I just went there I stayed on for an extra year to get paid more. So I got paid, I was getting that. It was like £30 a week or something, and America were paying me.
But you still had to go to school. You had to
go
do all that.
Yeah, do
Right.
that. But like,
Right.
I mean, yeah.
Well,
It was worth it for free
Yeah.
travel. I got to skate on the weekends and get an education.
great.
It was good. So I was able to like pay my parents' rent basically.
There you go.
That was like a start, yeah.
Wow.
Because they want, yeah. And what my parents said, when you're in school, you don't have to pay rent. As soon as you leave school, you have to pay rent. So that was another reason to stay on for an extra year. So I
Yeah.
stacked up some money. So when time came, I could pay them rent and stuff.
So what happened? The America thing?
It was a funny thing. I mean, we went on a trip at one point with the America team, and it was.
So you were on the European.
I was on the European team, but like we were like doing videos and like
Sure.
it was like a pretty high level of skating at that time.
Okay.
I mean, it was decent. And we weren't like, yeah, I mean, but it's just that classic thing, which is actually changing skateboarding now. International teams have become a bit obsolete. It's more like everyone just has,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's just your team.
Yeah.
And Europe is integrated and Brazil is
Exactly.
integrated and everyone's integrated
Yeah.
now. It's a way better
Which
system.
I
now.
love.
Yeah, it's better.
great.
Thanks to social media.
Well, I was always confused. Not confused, but I was always like, it's so weird that you got your main team and then you got this like other team here and another
it's
team
weird,
here
yeah.
and another team here.
Doesn't
It's
make
like,
sense.
It's
Also because of like
just so-
distributors too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's so bizarre.
It still
then,
happens a bit.
And then if like one dude on like the European team was like that good, he got on the actual
Yeah.
team.
Well,
It
yeah,
was like this
that's-
crazy fucking.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's strange.
So, I mean, they were
And then
like,
you meet people and they're like, "Oh, I skate for chocolate." You're like, "What?"
Yeah, it's
They're
like,
like,
I've
"Yeah,
never heard of you."
Australia." I'm like, "Oh, okay. What's your name?"
Yeah.
You know, it's bizarre.
but,
It's true though.
know.
It's fucking bizarre.
but we went on some trips with the America dudes.
Yeah.
I went. At one point, they came to England to do like a UK tour,
Okay.
and it was like Herman, who was always super cool,
The
like
best.
lovely dude,
The best.
and Heath, who I really looked up to, who was nice enough. You know, they're all nice, but like some nights they would literally be eating dinner at separate tables than us, and it was just like we're in the van together in the day, and at night it was just a little bit separate. And
Weird.
yeah, individually they were nice, they're all nice,
Mm-hmm,
but as a whole, the whole thing felt a bit fucked. And also, as I said, you're an English person skating for a company called America. It just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel like you have a real place in it.
Mm-hmm.
And after that one trip, literally everyone left the team pretty much, apart from like two dudes. Everyone just fucked off. Everyone was
Really?
like- yeah,
Really?
it was so like extreme. The way people
Wow.
felt about it, they were just like, we're not part of this. Like, we're not
Yeah.
part of it at all.
That's a shame.
And especially, you don't necessarily have to be a part of it, but when they come to your country or your region, they should try and make some effort. And they did.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
did make some, but there was a few real big things that
There's-
happened, and people were not into it, so they left.
There's a little bit of a disconnect.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You just.
Well, it is. I mean, it's tough. Like, so do you know Enes from Europe? Enes Fazilov. He from
From Blunted, the dome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is
Oh,
literally
okay.
one of the best skateboarders. He's like in his 30s and he's been ripping for years, and he's rode for America for years and years. And him and this other guy called Rob Matman, who are two incredible skaters. They filmed for the last America video. I'm not sure what one it was. And they filmed full parts for it, and America gave him a joint part and cut out loads of their footage. Yeah,
shame.
and like they were referred to as the Euro Americans or something like that. You know, separated.
Oh, they put it like a title on them.
And it was just like, it felt like early 2000s again. And it's like, man, these guys are killing it for you. Just give them some shine. It's like I was pissed off for them because how could I know they are? And yeah, of course, now they're like,
It's crazy though. Like as we all grew up skateboarding, America was where it was, like how you came up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like everyone was looking at American skateboarding, and like you said, now it's all
changed.
It's everywhere now.
A big part of it is actually looking completely the opposite way towards Europe. A lot of people, you know, some people actually almost not necessarily ignoring America, but they're definitely paying a lot of attention to like
for sure.
Polar and Palace, and there's just so many companies now people are into.
That's true.
Yeah.
I just don't think maybe the American companies saw that happening. You know, they maybe didn't think about that.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, it wasn't happening back then either. There were no. I mean, maybe there was companies in each country, but they were super small. Like,
they weren't making a big splash. At all. Yeah. But when something like that happens, when somebody films a good part for your video and you slice it up and put it with somebody else who's from like the same
trust
region.
me, it happens in American videos too, bro.
Didn't mean to offend anyone.
No. I'm just saying.
But
Chris knows about that.
Yeah, we all.
So
happens.
that kind of that atmosphere made me kind of
turned off.
And then Sebastian, who does all the New Balance stuff, just came up to me at one point and just said, "Would you be interested?" And I was obviously down because the first thing he said to me, he's English.
Yeah.
The first thing he said to me is, "You're not going to be an English skater on. Like, you're not going to be a part of another team."
Just ask,
he said straight away, "You're going to be on the full team, and that's it. We're not going to have any. We're not going to have you do that. We just want an English rider to be on the full team." And as soon as he said that, I was sold. I was like, "That's so good to hear that."
Plus, New Balance is a great team.
I mean, it's
great squad,
insane team. Yeah. So to be a part of like an American team, straight
good shoes too.
Yeah.
Great. Make some of the shoes in the UK.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, that's right.
Some of them, not the skate shoes, but some of the lifestyle shoes. They have a factory in the UK.
There you go.
Yeah, just to be a part of a US team at that time felt like quite special.
What year was this in relation to like getting on Isle and all that stuff? Like how long? Wait, when?
That was after Jake filmed this video called 11th Hour. And that, I don't know when I'm so bad with dates. That would have been around 2014. Yeah.
Okay.
And then that video part came out, and then that's when Seb.
Oh yeah.
Came. I guess I think he's seen the part went out online, and then that's when he came.
And then Isle started before that.
Just before that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's started halfway through that filming for that video, I think.
Man, everything's working out for you, bro. It's
it
great.
all worked out so smoothly. I know.
Yeah.
And then suddenly I was on a trip with Americans that I'd watched parts of when I was a kid, and with Arto and like Tom K. And it's funny thinking back because I was on these trips, and I remember I went on a trip to New York. That was my first trip on New Balance. And I remember getting to the hotel or to like the Airbnb, and I was like intimidated by them. And now I know them. I'm like, they're so lovely. But at the time, you are intimidated by these people.
Oh my god!
You think they're like hating on you or like don't like you or something.
Or maybe they think you're the other Tom Knox.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And they're bummed out when they find on me. Yeah.
Where's Tom Knox? Right here. Oh.
But and I thought they all knew each other really well. And actually, looking back, some of them didn't know each other that well at the time. They were just getting to know each other too. So I was actually introduced to the team. That was like their second trip they did. So it was like I was right from the beginning.
It's great.
Awesome,
It's great. And then Jamie Foy gets on. How did you vote him on, or did you vote him? Did you say no?
I was a definite I was.
When that's happening, when they're trying to get Jamie Foy on and all this stuff do they talk to you about it? They
100%.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Some companies they don't do that.
And everyone who's a part of it came like
That's right.
They came up to me and they said, "What do you think about that? Do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea?" And with him especially, I said it's a good idea. Well, I need someone to skate rails with on trips.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. No, but it's amazing that they even ask you.
Yeah.
Some companies they don't do that.
No, but
even like a guy with like Jamie Foy. Like it's kind of a ridiculous question, right?
Not
Do you think
really,
it fits?
though. Not really. There's so many different types of skateboarders now, and like New Balance has such a aesthetic of this. It has quite a lot of certain types of skateboarders. People really, and it hasn't got many like big rail riders, and that's what essentially he is. He can skate everything, but
he could skate, and that's the way I look at Jamie Foy, though. Like there's some dudes who I'm just like rail skater.
Yeah, but he can skate everything.
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about like. Everything.
I think it's cool they have the respect for the riders to like all have a say in what's going on.
Totally.
So they're not
but I'm not even.
That'd be funny if they go back to Jamie and they're like, Listen, bro, I'm sorry, man. Tom Knox said that he didn't want you on the team.
But if enough people said no, he wouldn't have gotten the team.
Sure.
He wouldn't have, because it's the kind of group, the people who put this group together, everyone who travels and stuff, there's no egos in it. There's no, it's just so easy to travel with all these people. Even on like trips, no one's stressing you to film stuff because they know everyone wants to do their best.
Yeah.
It's that kind of atmosphere. So no one's, everyone would respect if people didn't want somebody on the team for a certain reason, I think.
Sure.
But for him, it was kind of a no-brainer because he's just so ridiculous.
But he's such a nice guy, too.
Yeah, he's lovely.
He's like, he's so humble and just really...
He's a skate nerd.
As you would say,
he's just a skate rat.
He's lovely.
Yeah. Getting to skate with him was hilarious. I went on this Dickies mission to Woodward last year, and that's the first time I skated with him, and it was so funny. He skated all day, every skate park, filmed so many clips. We'd go out for dinner, and I didn't even skate much. I was like skating a little bit in the day, trying to get the blood flowing, and I'd get back from dinner. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go to bed straight away for sure. And he's like, what, you don't want to come skate the vert ramp with me? I'm going to try and relearn kickflip indies.
Wow.
Just like, what are you doing, mate?
Yeah.
Like, chill. You've been skating all day, but he just loves it. He loves it all day, every day. He's that kind of guy.
But you look at these people, like, I'm sure there's football players that are the best, and they why are they the best? Because they fucking train. They practice all day. Kobe Bryant.
Yeah. That's a new
Michael
generation.
Jordan.
They just have, you have to have this.
You have to have the fire.
Yeah, you have to have the fire, and you have to have like the physical ability to go all day. Like I only have windows.
Me too.
Those like windows where I feel really good, and then like I can skate, and then suddenly it's just like, all right, no, chill. I can't go. After a big skate, I can't kickflip indie on a vert ramp or anything.
What the fuck's he thinking?
I know.
It's like, just don't wake me up when you get back.
It's impressive.
You know what I'm saying? Tiptoe in.
He's got like kid vibe about him where he's just like hungry. He just wants to skate everything all day.
You can tell he loves skateboarding.
It's contagious as well. When you're around somebody like that, you want to kind of get involved with it. You want to be that person again. It reminds you of when you were that hungry.
And it's rad though, because he is the nicest guy. He wants you to skate with him. And he's not this guy that you're just like, oh my gosh, I need to sit down and let him do his thing. You know?
I mean, I haven't been on a trip with him where we've gone to kink rails and stuff, but I'm looking forward to that. I don't even think I've seen someone grind through a kink rail before.
Right. Oh yeah, you're on 2 teams with them.
Yeah, New Balance.
Dickies and New Balance.
Yeah. So we'll be on some trips together.
Yeah.
For sure. He can teach me how to skate flat bars.
Bro.
I know I already kind of tried to learn the front crooks off him. Last time I've learned switch front crooks since I've met him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, learned him. He taught me how to go back.
What's a trick?
His tip was go really slow towards the ledge.
Okay.
And just try and stall it.
Parallel or a little bit of an angle?
Parallel pretty much. And
parallel.
that front toe has to be hanging a bit over.
That's a weird one.
I know, but it has to look at every time he pinches something, his toes hanging over, and then he aims.
You mean to ollie?
When you're ollieing.
When he's ollieing and his toes hanging over the board.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, before he's alling his toes hanging off?
Yeah, his toes he's got little feet and his toes are like an inch and a half off.
That's the weirdest
Check the
thing.
footage. And my toes never leave that side of the board, so I'm only like a couple centimeters off, but I'm still putting them off.
Okay.
And you go really slow and just stall it and get in that right pinch. Stay there for as long as you can.
Of course.
And then you do that a few times. You roll up with normal speed. First go, I swear it works. I couldn't believe it. I can do switch front crooks now, and then back over crook. Like back nose picks on quarter pipes. I could always do them, but not that well. And I learned how to do them off him too.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And I realized how he skates, and it's the weirdest thing. He skates like a snowboarder. He's completely parallel feet.
Okay.
He skates with his feet on the bolt, apart from when he's popping a trick, and then he just moves his back foot back, and that's it.
Wow.
He's just like.
Wait a minute. So
see how when I skate, my foot will kind of go 45 degrees like a kickflip.
Sure.
Yeah. You know, his kind of feet when he does, he's always pretty flat. And he's got real flat feet, I think, and it's amazing. Okay. And that's why he can front crook fucking El Toro. Because he has that thing. It's like a different way of skating.
He did that first try, by the way.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. When he skates, have you ever seen him skate ramp? Like half pipe?
Oh, I have. Yeah, I've seen him skate transition. Yeah,
it was unbelievable. I just sat back and watched it. It was like ridiculous. He skates the whole thing on the bolts like a snowboarder. Flat feet, pointing straight, just cruising. Such different technique.
Really?
Yeah, I love that. Just watching somebody have such different technique than I do.
Right.
Who's so much better than I am. And just crazy. Like, maybe I should try and take that.
I'm still tripping on the front crook thing because that seems so uncomfortable to ollie with your toe hanging off.
Watch every pinch, like front crook he does, every time his toe's hanging off, every single time.
Because if I'm going to ollie into a front crook, like my foot's like almost halfway. You know, it's not like hanging off.
I
it's
personally, I
more-
kind of skate on my toes.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of skate like pointy on my
Sure.
toes. So to flatten my feet and try and put a toe off is like completely
Yeah,
unnatural.
yeah,
But it does.
yeah.
It did work for that.
I always find it bizarre. I'm a edge of the tail guy.
Yeah.
Right. So if I'm gonna snap an ollie or any kind of flip trick, my toe is on the top of the tail.
So it's
You know
like
what I'm
hanging
saying?
off of it.
Yeah, it's like at the top. But then there's people who put their back foot in the pocket.
Yeah.
You ever notice that?
Yeah.
What the fuck's going on?
I don't know because I know people like Jordan Trahan. You ever seen him skate?
Oh, yeah.
And he puts literally the tiniest bit of his back foot will be on the board, and he has like the biggest pop I've ever seen.
Like, what is that? I
Because
don't
it's just like the
understand
power
that.
that he gets through, and I try and do it, and it just doesn't happen. But he does it, and it's like this power that he gets through that back foot.
I don't understand
Yeah.
this pocket skating.
I know.
You know what I'm saying, Raj?
I just
I hear you.
I
get
wig
it.
out.
I
and
do
stuff.
sometimes.
Yeah. You tray flips are all in pocket.
All pocket, nollie flips, switch flips.
I don't know, you pocket
Yeah.
skaters,
Yeah.
man. but a lot of the younger dudes are definitely pocket skaters. Like you see it all the time. Whereas older guys, I feel like their toes are on the
Depends
The
what
tip of
trick.
the tail.
Yeah.
Depends what trick you're trying. You know, I guess. You get a pop high, usually
It's
it's like
weird.
the Jordan style. You put it on
Yeah.
the tip of it. You know.
He's I don't know. I overthink it pretty quick, and then I suddenly can't do anything, and I'm just like, I go back to the way I did it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's talk about this Atlantic drift, right? This Atlantic drift. You guys always come out with these things on Thrasher, right? It's how many have you guys done?
6, 7,
6 or 7.
maybe
That's a
more.
lot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the premise of it? Tell everybody what do you guys got going on? You guys go on these trips
Yeah,
and film
it's-
a bunch of shit.
It's just a crew, and it's basically just
it's a
Jake
bunch
Harris.
of Isle
just-
guys.
It's Isle guys, and then like other dudes will come on it. It's not an Isle thing, you know.
Okay.
It's Jake Harris, the guy that makes the videos. The godfather of my child.
There you go.
yeah, I mean, all
right.
linked. So it's him. It's just his like direction. It's
Okay.
just stuff that he wants to do.
Now I know why you made him the Godfather. Makes
Maybe-
you look good in those videos.
Yeah, make
huh?
sure I
Oh,
get
yeah.
some footage. It's all a master plan. Yeah. No, basically, so we made that Vase video with
Yeah.
Isle,
Mm-hmm.
and that was at a time where Thrasher was kind of they're having parts on. And it really, at that time, it was a little bit harder to get your part. You know, it was quite
Sure.
special to have your part on there, especially as somebody from Europe.
Okay.
And I hit up. Well, I was with Matt Bublitz one day. I was out here for the Vase premiere, and I talked to him, and I said, "Is there any chance we could try and get this part on?" And Jake was down to get it up, so he said, "Yeah, I'll talk to the guys." So we got it up on the site, and
Okay.
it had like a massive response.
Right.
And I was like tripping because I've never really had something on that
This
platform
is your
before.
part.
Just my part.
Yeah.
On Thrasher.
Yeah, on Thrasher.
Okay.
And at the time, it was like a big deal for me, you know,
Yeah.
to get like Instagram by Thrasher. And,
For sure.
Um,
You got a lot of followers.
Yeah.
Millions.
and then a couple of days after, I get hit up an email from this dude, Tony, and I have no idea who the fuck he is. And I don't. And I'm just like, oh, sick. Like, and then Jake tells me, yeah, this dude like actually runs the
Tony
show
Vitello,
there.
yeah,
Tony
yeah.
Vitello. So he hits me up being like, man, he's English. He has English in him.
Gotcha.
His dad, is from England to some
Okay.
extent. He's Argentinian but has English in him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he hits me up being like, I really love the part, and so I'd love you to kind of do something else.
Oh, wow.
So he hits up Jake, or I get him in contact with Jake or something, and then they're like, we want you to do a new part, and we had this idea, we're gonna fucking do another part, and it's
Oh
gonna be
my
like,
gosh.
and then that slowly turned into, we want you to actually do a series of
Wow.
like a video series for Thrasher.
Okay.
Basically, do whatever you want in any style you want. Just do something that you want to do.
Wow.
Yeah, that's to Jake. And Jake, so he talks to me. He says, maybe we won't do this part. We'll just do this series. And that's how it started.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's like a
Interesting.
massive opportunity and platform to have something
Sure.
on.
Yeah.
So we kind of like we just had this massive thing of like, the first one's got to be good. We've got to try and like attract people. But he always wanted to do something that was a bit different. He's not the kind of guy, he's not like a skate filmer fanatic. He kind of doesn't really want to film skating to a certain extent.
Gotcha.
Kind of like is always
Wants
a bit
to film
over
jellyfish?
it. I mean, he kind of. No, he's just, he wants to do something else to a certain extent.
Right.
But he's like, if I'm going to get this opportunity, I want to do something I want to do
Yeah.
the way I want to do it. So
Right.
that's what he did essentially. And it had like a massive response from the beginning.
Yeah.
And it just kind of went from there.
No, they're great
Yeah,
videos.
awesome,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Thank you.
Look forward to those things.
Yeah. Who came up with the name? Why
Jake.
Atlantic Drift?
It's a movement of heat that actually comes from the States. towards Europe, across the Atlantic. Obviously, we're trying to be, a movement that's going from the Europe to the States, but it just sounds good.
Right.
It's a good name.
Good. I think that's what Jake came up with it. Yeah,
it's great.
It's all his direction. I try and like give him my input where I can, but I'm not trying to take any fucking credit for it. It's all him. But it's good. Yeah. It's good. He does a good job of it.
Oh yeah.
The trips are always fun.
So how long? What do you guys do? You set up like one little tour, or
it's just different every one. Like the first one we did was in London.
Like how much time do you spend on them?
Usually the trips will be for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
But it's always different. Like the first one was in London, so we had like on and off people would come into town, and most of us live there already.
Yeah.
So we'd do that, and then say like New York, people were there for like a month, and we did one there in Paris for like a month overall, and then but most of the ones recently have been in America.
Yeah.
We've done loads of in America. Essentially, Jake just picks weird places that he wants to go and film. So we went to like Vegas for 2 weeks, which is kind of which is unheard of, I think. To go to
2 weeks in Vegas will kill you.
Yeah, we were tripping on the spots you were skating, so like I hadn't seen most of them.
Yeah.
Really? Well, that's like that we had some tour guys. Right. Daniel and this guy Nick Michelle, who I'm sure you'll hear about soon. He's like the gnarliest skater, and Crazy Frankie, this other dude who's out
Crazy
there.
Frankie. Yeah,
those boys showed us around and helped us out a lot.
That's amazing.
But it was Vegas was sick. It was so sick. I was.
Well, you weren't staying at the casinos, were you?
We were staying out of that zone. I kind of got sucked into it.
Okay. What were you playing? Blackjack,
I was playing roulette on the
No, that's a bad game to play.
I mean, not for me. I came up.
Did you? Okay, that's great.
I think I was the only one from the crew who left with money.
Really?
I essentially came on the trip. I spent about. I lived pretty lavishly and spent about $100. That's how much I made. I only spent $100 of my own money the whole trip.
That's amazing.
So I'd go to the casino, I'd win like $400 or $500 and then go home.
Roulette's Vegas is like number one. I don't know what
they come up off that.
Sucker game.
Okay.
Wait, how would you play it though? Are you going like all on black? Or are you like
spread it out?
I'd split between like one or two of the other dudes who wanted to split. So the first night we went into the casino and it was like fun. Everyone was like giddy and we're like, oh my God, we're in a casino. We went to this ghetto one. I cannot remember the name.
Right downtown somewhere.
Real ghetto one. Yeah.
Bellagio.
No. Oh my God. We're not that. Anyway, we're playing at this kind of like pretty ghetto one. The first night we went there was actually a power cut halfway through the night and all our money was in the machine. So we're just like, we had to chill until like 5, 6 in the morning to try and wait for our money to come back. And then once it come back, everyone wanted to gamble more. So we ended up going back at like 7:30 in the morning. And I drove in Las Vegas. It was the first time I've driven in America and I was driving a big van. And I haven't had my license for too long. And I wasn't drinking, I had like one beer, but I wasn't drinking it. And I felt like I was on like cocaine or something. It was like,
So they pump oxygen into those.
Mate, it was amazing. I was like so buzzed.
Yeah.
And so what we'd do is I'd pick one or two of the guys who wanted to chip in with me and we'd all put in $20. So I'd say it'd be $40 or $60.
Gotcha.
And we'd go into we're at 100. And if we didn't make it to 100 and we cashed out 0, we'd start again and we'd wait till we get 100 and then we'd take that 100 out, cash it, and then put the same amount of money in again and just keep on going. And it always somewhere ended up that we were like, even though it's between 3 of us, we'd always end up on like, at the end, we'd all be up maybe $200.
Okay.
So at the last, just before we went, we'd all start doing $100 bets. It'd be okay, $100 bet. All right, we win. All right, $200 bet, we win. And then one night I got 3 or 4 of them in a row, and we had a G suddenly. And I just put a G. Yeah. So we just like I kept on going, and then so we'd come out like that. We'd kind of work in teams.
Yeah,
interesting. And we'd only check out at a certain point, cash out,
right,
and then put a smaller amount back in. So we always had a bit of money to fall back on, and we wouldn't go to the ATM to get more.
So it'd be like you guys put in $60, you get it to 100, you cash out, so you're making $40.
$40 between 2 or 3 people, which is nothing. But
you keep doing that over and over.
Yeah,
of course.
And we're all there. It's an electronic machine. The wheel's real with the thing.
You're not playing.
No, so the wheel because it's more comfortable playing without the people having to try and get involved. So we can all make our own separate bets on it, and people can win, and it's exciting. It's more of like a game. It's fun.
Right.
So the first night was giddy, but the second night we went in and people literally just like straight on the machines, just like all night, smoking fag after like,
right.
Like on it. Even I quit smoking a while back and I was chain smoking. I loved it. I was enjoying it.
Crazy.
The adrenaline and stuff.
Oh no, it's a whole thing.
If I took it, I would just take out a certain amount of money with me that night and be like, all right, it's if I lose this. One night I took out more from the ATM or borrowed some, and then I can see how it gets bad.
It happens.
But I left with I must have been up like By the time I left, maybe like $700.
There you go.
$800.
Wow.
that's
that's
what
cool.
Vegas is, right? You take a certain amount of money that you want to lose,
And leave
you
your card at home, basically.
Yeah, you'd say, I'm gonna just. This is
Gonna be fun to lose.
This is an experience.
And if you win, you win. But you want to.
Exactly.
You almost go there wanting to lose it. But I want to lose this because it's a fun night.
Yeah.
And then that's it. Then you're gonna.
You have to be okay with
Yeah.
losing it. That's
Yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's no reason
People-
getting bent out of shape,
Yeah.
going to the ATM, and that's
People always talk about how much they're up at one point, and never how much they at the end.
No. How much
Actually,
did you lose? Oh, too much.
Tony met us in
Oh, did he?
in Vegas for one night.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, this is funny.
Is he at the blackjack table?
No, he wasn't. He went to one roulette table, put one bet down, like $20 or something on one number. That's it. One.
He won.
Yeah.
That's
Over-
36 to
over
1
a G,
odds.
over a G.
Yeah.
Just bam, and he just left. He's like, oh yeah, I'm
Wow.
chill. He doesn't gamble. He wasn't like drinking. He was just chill.
I hate those
It's
first
so
time.
annoying.
Those first
It was sick-
time
it was
luck
good
of the
for us,
draw
though.
people. I hate those
It was
people.
good. It was a real table, and it was just like could not believe it.
What do you call that? First luck, first
Beginner's luck.
beginner's luck.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I
it
hate
was.
that.
It's always
I'm the guy sitting there not telling you how much I've lost.
I think most of the guys I was with were those people.
So Atlantic Drift, 8, 9.
Yeah,
coming
something.
out?
Yeah, well, we
still
went to-
working on it.
we went-
Constantly working on it.
We went to Athens a couple months ago.
Athens, Greece.
Athens in Greece. Oh,
Wow.
it's so good to skate
It's
there.
amazing.
Yeah, I would suggest anyone going out there.
Yeah,
Right.
I've heard actually good
It's
things
just-
about it.
Good food as well.
Wasn't Lucas Puig? He was saying when he went out there.
Yeah.
I think he was saying it's just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just everything. You know, this place where everything grinds, so everything's possible. You can skate,
Right.
all sorts of different obstacles to skate. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's good. It was really nice. So we all went out there for 2 weeks.
Wow.
It's heavy, you know. Last year we went to Vegas and SF just I think the year before, but and then Hawaii.
Okay.
I had my
see.
actually my stag do on an Atlantic drift trip.
Your what?
A stag do. It's like a bachelor party. We call it
Oh.
a stag do.
You had your stag do.
Yeah, a bachelor party on an Atlantic drift to Hawaii. It was pretty good
It's a great place to have it.
Yeah.
Either that or Vegas.
because
It's amazing.
Jake was my best man.
Oh yeah.
It was good. Went to a waterfall.
Oh, yeah?
Hiked up to a waterfall.
Wow.
Yeah, did some jumping off it. It was pretty.
That's
Yeah,
great.
amazing. Hiked
Yeah.
back down, then went out on the town. It was good. It was a pretty good place to have a stag.
Sure.
You guys are pretty good. Like being out late doing shit doesn't affect you guys skating when you're on these trips.
Oh, I mean, they just do that. People do that anyway at home. All the boys are doing that. I mean, they're used to
It's
it.
different when you're out on a trip, though. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? You want to get the full experience and right.
Hawaii was tough to skate. Hawaii was like,
Some rugged spots.
yeah, and just sporadic and scarce, and there's just not many.
Yeah, right.
So we'd be like, and for the first few days we didn't have a guide, so we'd be like one side of the island and be like, all right, this spot's wet. All right, where's the next spot? It's the other side of the island, like an hour
Oh,
drive, and it's
man.
like, so it's a bit like that at the beginning.
What do you do? Like 2 of those a year or something?
Yeah, 2, 3,
many as you can,
as many as we
probably,
can, and we
yeah.
like sometimes we try and do like different things in.
Okay.
In London, or like recently I released that line that I had as like a catfish. Jake's starting this new series called Catfish off the
Oh, yeah?
back of Atlantic
yeah.
Drift, and I had the other
That
Rash-
marathon line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. A line that I just did in London recently.
What
Obviously,
was
you
it,
haven't
like
seen
30 tricks?
it. I don't know how many
Yeah,
tricks.
3
it
minute
was.
line.
Yeah, 3 minutes.
Someone was asking, like, what's like? This sounds like a really dumb question, but it's, like you do a lot of those lines. What's
Yeah.
like the longest line you've?
That's one of the longest for sure. I think that was like around 40 seconds.
40
40
seconds.
seconds. Yeah, that was
40
good. That
second
was last
clip.
month. I did that in December.
Oh,
when it was
really?
so cold, and
You just
Are
like
you
plan that out.
Yeah, are you trying it
That-
forever or are you just...
that one was planned out very much
Okay.
so, because at a beginning and an end, you have to plan that
Oh,
out.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Right.
But that was one of the ones where Jake went to that spot with someone else and found the line, and he actually filmed it on his phone for me. And so I was on a trip, and he filmed the whole route for me. He's like, "You have to do something here," and sent it to me. So in my head, I'm thinking, I need to do something.
Okay, can you name every trick in the line? What's going on?
Well, the big thing that I had to
ahead.
do, I never fix spots. Like in England, it's not in our culture to fix spots. But I got a junior hacksaw off my dad and hacksawed a bar outside somebody's house. Like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, it was kind of scary.
What was the line, though? Let's hear it. Do you remember it, trick for trick?
I mean, yeah, I tried it for hours. Okay. What is it, of course?
What does a 40-second line consist of? Let's hear it.
Well, it's more the route than the tricks. Yeah, but I did a front Smith grind
Okay.
through. Technically, it was a kinked rail. I'll call it. It was.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so it was
Kinked
a
rail.
kinked rail. Yeah, I
Front
skate kinked
Smith.
rails.
Go ahead.
No, yeah, front Smith. I tray flipped into a road, oncoming traffic.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
Ollied up a curb. I'd take that as
What?
a
Yeah,
trick.
that's a trick, yeah.
Backsmithed a rail.
Okay.
Nollie flipped one flat.
Ollie flip. Yep. Go ahead.
Board slide to fakie on a pop out bar.
Yep.
I carved around into an alleyway, pushed through the alleyway, which is one of the harder things to do because the ground was fucked.
Okay.
Yeah, this spot does not.
We'll consider that a
easy.
trick
Yeah,
too.
I carved around, did a switch heel, flip on flat,
switch heel.
fakie front 180,
Fakie front 180.
cruise down, ollied over a bar, where the bar that I had to cut up the top bit so I could ollie through it.
Okay, so
And
that's
then-
a trick.
Then back, I mean, ollieing
Yeah.
over that bar, I'd say was a trick.
Sure.
And then back 50 to a down rail into some stairs and roll down the stairs.
That was the last one. 10
Yeah.
tricks.
Is that 10? I mean,
That's
10
not
with
10
the
tricks.
push, so I'd say 9.
No, that's 10 without the push. 11.
He like
Okay,
basically
10.
skated through a neighborhood.
Yeah.
Like,
It was.
Yeah.
It was 2 separate housing estates, which we have in.
Okay.
Kind of like projects
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
where social housing and stuff. So
Yeah. That was in, okay.
I was in London. So we skated from one housing estate, crossed the road, and skated through another, which is kind of like.
Is this at night or during the day?
That was during the day. I always
Okay.
do these lines during the day.
Gotcha.
I don't like doing them at night.
I'm going to have to check this line out. I'm sorry I
Yeah.
haven't seen it, but
No, it's
I'm
all right.
intrigued now.
No, it's
it
all
was,
right. I'm
it was like
offended.
front page of Thrasher last week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Those don't last too long.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, wait, so your homie Jake, he probably finds like a shitload of spots for you.
I mean, he kind of like we used to be a little bit more like in the streets, whereas now we're a little. I mean, we just know the spots we want to skate, and then
Yeah.
he knows what I like to skate, so he looks out for me. It's good having someone out there who like knows what you want to skate, so they can find spots for you.
Know what you're
Yeah.
capable of doing.
Yeah, he's like the lines I do. He's always a big part of like
Gotcha.
figuring them out because it is like a choreographed fucking run.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Like,
dude,
right.
there was a clip of like someone filmed on the
Yeah.
iPhone of him filming him, and that was crazy. Cause
That's
he,
it. Yeah,
like,
'cause
picks
that-
up his board, goes up the curb, goes
Well,
around.
the filmer wants to know, like, are you gonna do a switch 180 here? I'm on this side
Oh,
of
he
you. I'm
know
gonna be
it.
on this
Oh.
side of you. I want to go right, Raj.
I can-
It's a whole.
Yeah, it's a dance.
It's like the
It is a dance.
It's like the filmers that hate film. I shouldn't say that. It's you don't want to film the people who just go right, Raj. Like you kind of want to have. You want to film
You
it the
wanna know
best.
where you're going, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, it always starts off as a bit confusing, what we're figuring out, and after a while, suddenly it clicks, and you almost stop talking, and you just know where.
Yeah.
There's a rhythm to it.
No, I know what you're saying, though,
it
for sure.
It is like a complete partnership, and I think that's why when skateboarding, when it comes down to video parts, that's I feel like film it is 50-50,
It's
100%.
key. It's crucial.
If you have just somebody who's just capturing skateboarding and a skateboarder who's good, it's just like it's just gonna be shit. No one's gonna care.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody who cares about the skating and somebody who cares about like the way that everything's gonna
Yeah.
go, it's that's when it looks right for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I've always had with Jake. That's what I mean. It's a privilege for me because I've
Yeah.
known him since I was 14 and filmed with him pretty much from then. So it's easy. But there always is that moment at the beginning where you're a bit like, the rhythm's a bit off and then suddenly
Yeah.
it goes clicks and you just
Right,
got it. And
yeah.
that line actually took a while to like, basically we cut off this bar and there was like a shopping cart attached to the bar. So I took it away, chopped it down with the people in the flat. Like, fucking,
Jesus.
yeah. And then took it away. And then
Did they say anything?
no, they didn't say anything, but I think they thought we were stealing their shopping cart.
Oh.
So I don't know what happened. So basically, I went back and they tied it up with like rope so tight, and I was like, "Fuck, I can't take this off right now." So I came back a few days later. It's still there, and I was like, "I can't take it off." They're in, and the light was on. I was like, "I can't take it off because they're gonna beat the shit out of me."
Yeah,
If they
yeah.
find out that I
They
was
already
stealing-
thought you were stealing
they would know-
once,
or
yeah.
stealing it, or like just or that I cut their pole at the front of the house, this bar.
Yeah.
So I waited for a couple months and went back and then took it off and then tried one day and it was just fucked and then went the next day and it was 3 degrees or something. I can't even.
Oh
I don't know what that is
gosh.
in Fahrenheit, but
Yeah.
it's cold.
Yeah.
Zero is
Probably
freezing.
like negative
So-
60.
no,
No,
it's it's just above freezing.
38.
Don't know what that is. It
It
was
was joking. Negative 60.
it was cold. Though.
Yeah.
It was very
Yeah.
cold.
Wow.
So I was just like happy that it was done.
I think I've done like a 3-trick line.
Everything here is spaced out. It's harder to
Yeah.
find lines.
Sure.
Whereas in London, everything's tightened, so you can always find something that links to it that you can figure out skating.
Right. What was that? The last one, the Miles Silvis line.
Oh, we went through like all through.
Yeah, yeah,
Koreatown,
Kennedy,
yeah.
That was pretty rad.
Yeah, it was good.
That was
definitely.
insane.
It was amazing. Different rhythm to that kind of line because you're picking up your board almost a bit.
Yeah.
Like it's like you're kind of. It's pacey.
Well,
It's
they
a
had
bit-
that one all planned out, and they were,
yeah. I mean,
right.
it was a really good concept though.
Yeah.
How long it was.
Oh, yeah.
There was just some big gaps in it.
Right.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
But
Because
that's-
it was like
that's
a
LA for you.
yeah.
But there's still quite a few
Absolutely.
spots. But in London, it's like everything's cramped next to
Yeah.
each other. So,
Yeah.
and if you want to do a line that long, you couldn't because there's so much shit going on
Right.
everywhere.
Right.
I mean, maybe you could do it at night, but even then, it's like tough. it's just a busy city, so it's harder to do.
Exactly.
You got to keep everything a little bit more confined. LA, people
Lines,
from LA
man.
have a hard time doing lines. I feel sorry for them.
Yeah,
It's
it's tough.
tough.
To pick a cable all the way over here and drag the bench over there. Get the can down.
That's a line in LA, isn't it? It's like, you guys, I know, fuck.
Well, listen, man, the picnic tables are rad. You know,
It's
it's a good
good.
time. you
Yeah,
know?
it's fun.
Hey, for us, it's a place where we can go and skate.
Well, it's like a skate
you know?
park, essentially.
Exactly.
It is.
You know?
So that's what I found out about LA is it feels like it's kind of a skate park wherever you go, essentially, because there's no people anywhere.
Yeah.
There's no people walking by the spot. There's nothing
No one walks
blocking
in
you.
Yeah.
No one's walking. So essentially, if there's a ledge and no one's there, it feels like a skate park, doesn't it?
Yeah,
In a
yeah.
way, but yeah, because I feel like it feels like the street when shit's going on around you. So that's why I got confused for a bit when I first started coming to LA, because I was just like, no one's here.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, everybody's in their car.
But there's nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing to distract you though. Usually at a spot, I have so many distractions that the trick is the last thing on my mind.
Sure.
It is like
Right.
everything else comes. Like all the, I might get kicked out by this person because I'm skating outside their house,
Yeah,
or these
yeah.
school kids are going, or I have to wait for the buses. The dude who filmed that line from across the road was the one saying yes to me, because I was going across the main road.
Oh, yeah.
And he was
Okay.
like thumbs up.
Spotter, yeah.
He would say yes, and then I'd do the first trick. I'd look up. Oh, I missed out a wall-eyed nollie I did in the line. Count another one.
11.
Yeah, sorry.
12 with the 12 with the
I was just
push.
thinking because I'd do the wall-eyed nollie and then I'd look straight up and he would either have his hands like thumbs up or fucking cross.
Oh,
Because it was
okay.
like some traffic was going
Yeah.
fast.
Don't want to get hit by a bus.
Man, you learn the hard
Whereas
way.
here, like I don't even think I've ever had a spotter here. There's no one looking out. They don't have to look out. I've never skated across the road here, really.
That's more of like an East Coast thing, if anything.
Yeah,
No one-
definitely. I mean,
yeah,
it's just
yeah.
tight as
Yeah.
like cities that are more congested.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to set up a bunch of tables and benches for you. We're going to get a 13 trick line.
Okay, we'll do it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You could even do a Lee Peterson and turn around and go
Yeah,
back.
I'm down. Whatever works.
You know what I'm saying, Raj?
Yep.
Anyway, bro,
Roger left
what
that
about
So back to you doing Lee Pearson.
what about listen, we'll wrap this up soon. I love talking with you, bro. You're a great dude, man. I love it, man. What's your favorite food out there? Do you like
Food?
I love English breakfasts, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you get
English,
the,
you
you
get-
get the eggs, you get the bacon,
Yeah.
you get the beans. To me, beans weren't even on my radar
Yeah,
as a breakfast food.
Nobody knows about beans. I think it's
the best shit.
You never get beans.
Do
It's
you
so
know how
annoying.
good beans and bacon and
Yeah,
eggs
it's
go?
the
It's
best.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
Amazing.
I know.
And the
Black
what's the-
pudding. You don't like that?
I'm not a big fan.
What is it?
No, I'm
It's
not a-
like, it's like the blood of a cow.
I think it's
like
what?
it's blood
Cow
clot.
or
It's
a-
blood clot. Yeah, but it's not. It tastes like sausage. It's,
The
Yeah, but it's just
blood
not
clot?
really
It's-
my
yeah.
cup of tea.
yeah, yeah. I like that. I like what you did there.
PG tips.
No, Yorkshire tea.
Yorkshire.
Personally, Yorkshire. Yeah,
Everybody
Yorkshire and Twinings Earl Grey. I have.
Chinese are.
I'm a
no,
tea
Earl
man.
Grey's too bitter.
It's
Yeah, it's too
sweet. It's
bitter.
like fruity.
No,
Earl
no,
Grey
no,
with the
no.
sugar and then Yorkshire without the sugar. Yeah.
Oh.
I drink tea every day.
I like
all
a
day.
PG tips, a little bit of milk, a little
Yeah.
bit of sugar. You're good.
Yeah.
You know,
PG
but a lot of
tips is-
people think I think PG tips is the tea, but it's Yorkshire, man.
Yorkshire
a lot of
is the
people
best tea.
do. Yeah,
But for what are you saying? Food.
yeah,
My
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
food. I like a fry up. I mean, I like Indian. My dad's Indian.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I always had Indian food in the house when I was a kid.
There you
But
go.
Indian food's big out there, isn't it?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a massive Indian
Yeah.
community. That's
Right.
why my dad's in
Little
England.
chicken tikka masala.
Yeah, yeah,
a little
yeah.
garlic naan.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I had a lot of my mum, who's not even Indian, but she cooks a lot of Indian food
Oh,
at home.
yeah.
So that's why I ate growing up. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of
What were we
Indian
gonna
stuff.
say? A fry? A good
Fry up.
Fry up?
Yeah, that's English breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good.
I knew
fry-ups,
that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah.
Fish and chips.
Yeah, it's all right.
Bangers and mash.
Bangers and
Fish
mash.
and
Yeah.
chips.
It's all like classic stuff. I don't know.
Okay. You think
Just go for
Totterham's
it.
going to fall apart this season?
No, they didn't. There's a few injuries right now.
I know.
How do you know?
Harry and his son.
How'd you
man.
know? How'd you know?
Come on, bro.
How'd you know that? Where were you looking?
I know these things.
Who you
Don't
find
worry
out?
about it. Don't worry about it, man. I'm a huge football fan.
Yeah.
Huge football. Totterham's my squad.
That's where I'm from. We say Tottenham.
Man, Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
I'm hurt that he's hurt. You know what I mean? It
That's-
affects me too.
Yeah, it's fucked. Yeah, we'll see though. They won their last game.
There you go.
That's where I'm from in London, so I support them. And
Yeah.
I try and go to football games as much as I can. Randomly, Tony supports Tottenham.
Oh yeah.
That's how I kind of
Clicked
made
with
a
him?
connect with him. Yeah, because he came to London to watch games,
Okay.
and I would go with him. I went with him. to one
What
of-
about Man U?
Man U, fuck Man U.
Yeah, nobody likes Man U.
No, fuck Man U. I mean,
Okay.
Manchester, yeah. Everyone,
I don't know.
yeah. They say Man U fans are like rats. You're never 4 feet from one.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
they say, like, everywhere, all around the world, there's Man U fans.
Man U.
Yeah, it's not really like. It's
Why
a bit
is
of
it so pop? Why is it so? Why do they?
because
why is
David
everybody?
Beckham.
Oh,
like,
that's
it was
right.
just it was just a huge
Yeah.
company at one point, and now they're like not doing so well. They
Okay.
beat Tottenham the other day though, so I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
Damn.
Yeah. You should. Why are you making me say shit like that?
listen, Kelly, will you go grab our good friend Tom Knox some 9 Club product?
Of
man?
course. What size are you?
Large.
Large.
Like I said, this has been fabulous.
It's nice. It's
You know
been
what I'm
nice.
saying? We talked about a lot of stuff.
We did, didn't we?
What else, bro? What else do you have going on next? You got the Atlantic
Well,
Drifts,
good.
right?
Atlantic
You working on another one of those?
Yeah, doing that, working on like a part at the same time, trying to do something
Dope,
like that. Yeah,
dope.
Working on a part out here, just filming New Balance and Dickies.
Yeah.
Just trying to keep busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a
Stay
lot.
out of the snow of London right now.
What
and
about New Balance? Maybe are they going to work on a video
They're
soon?
they're
or-
doing like a project right now with
Are
a few
they?
a few of the
Dope.
riders, and then everyone else will have tricks in it and
Dope.
stuff. So I'm just trying to like be out in LA for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I do find it hard out here. I find it hard
you?
to find the rhythm in LA.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't envy people who live here and have to deal with it on a day-to-day basis. It's just not that natural for
Yeah.
me.
It's not.
Wherever I've lived in London, I've always had to skate to a train station in the
Yeah.
morning. I skate there, 10-minute skate or whatever, feel how how
Yep.
I'm feeling for that day.
Yep.
And go from there, to the first spot, and you kind of already warmed up. Whereas here, you literally get in a car.
Thank you, Kelly.
Get stiff.
Oh, thank you. Get in a car, get stiff.
Yep.
It's
It's just not that natural here. It's a bit more like you just pull up, hit. So here, I see it as like a stage here for people to perform their tricks.
Right.
Whereas most places, or like in Europe and England and stuff, it's more like you work your tricks around the spot
Yes.
itself. You like have to figure out something for that one spot.
Right.
Whereas here, it's like a stage. Like how many fucking flips can you add to this 360 flip? I don't know. You know what I mean? It's like how many flips can you do?
But
in
it's
and out?
true though, because the first time I left this country, I went to Barcelona, and I was blown away by just the culture out there.
Yeah.
It was like skating was its own. It was a culture.
Yeah.
It was this whole thing, and it wasn't like LA. It wasn't like anything I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And it was, when I lived out there with Paul Shier, it was like the best time of my life. I felt the best I've ever felt
Yeah.
on a board, because literally you would get on the board in the morning,
That's
skate
it, you
around.
start,
You'd
you
be on
just-
your board all
day.
day.
It's not easy being in a car, man.
I'm
It's
used to
horrible.
the
Yeah.
driving in a car.
I can't
Going
do
to the
it.
spot, getting warmed up, getting back in the car, going to another spot, getting re-warmed up.
It's like once I'm warmed up once and I warmed down, I'm fucked. I'm done.
That's
I'm
why
not
half
used
the
to
time
it.
I'd fucking drive home if we're
Yeah,
going to the
yeah.
second
Yeah.
spot.
I can't do it. It's hard. And then people showing you photos of spots and you're like, oh, that's kind of all right. And they're like,
Yeah, it's 3
Jimmy,
hours away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Jimmy, who gives a fuck, did like a tray flip nose blunt on it. You're like, what am I going to
I know.
I'm like 50-50. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
No, great. I'm
Yeah.
fucking.
That's LA for you. And I feel sorry, but people make it work.
No, we
People
do.
make it work.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's just, oh man, it's a big world out there, man. It's a big world out there with a
I
lot
know.
of shit to do and like a lot of different architecture to.
Well, that's why
touch.
I'm envious of like
Yeah.
everybody in Europe, because
we have it easier to a certain extent.
You know?
It used to be hard for people in Europe because the skate industry was in LA, but now internet and stuff is easy. You can stay where you are and just do your own
Yeah.
thing. And
Yeah.
well, even before like Instagram and all this stuff, it was hard for a European rider that rides for the American company to actually live in Europe.
yeah,
It wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
it's
Maybe even
impossible.
be recognized by that brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now it's like so easy.
Now it's
You
yeah.
just film parts in where you live and
Go
yeah,
film
it's
something.
easy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this is the internet.
It's changed things.
Listen,
It's
bro.
good.
Well, we're speaking of tricks. Here's a switch
Uh-huh.
flip manual.
Yeah.
To
have my
Courthouse
Yorkshire.
stage.
To have my
Yeah, there you
Yorkshire in the
go.
morning.
Yorkshire
Thank
with
you.
the old fish fry, or no, the fry up.
Oh yeah.
Some here's a 9 Club hoodie.
Thank
for
you.
you for
Thank
the
you very
cold
much.
when you go back to the
Oh,
cold
mate,
weather.
I don't want to go back.
Don't go
There's
back, bro.
snow everywhere. I wanna see my
Stay
kids,
here.
but I don't wanna see the snow right now.
Okay, see the snow. And there's if it's too cold for the hoodie, put the long sleeve
Thank
tee
you.
under the hoodie.
Yeah,
And then if it's even cold out, here's a beanie.
yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean? Get all the, and we got, bro. Here.
Thank you. I appreciate
Oh,
that.
man, you're the man,
Yeah.
bro. Here's some stickers for
Thank
the
you.
board. You
Cheers, mate.
know what I'm saying? I always feel weird giving people stickers. I feel like that's like such a little kid thing.
Sticker flow. I like
You know what I
it.
mean?
Love it.
I'm just saying it's weird. I'm giving stickers to Tom Knox. You know what I'm saying?
Assorted stickers.
Assorted. Thank you, Kelly. Dude, Tom, this has been a pleasure,
thank
bro.
you so much for having me.
Hey,
Yeah, it's
good
lovely.
shit, bro. Much success to whatever you do, man. Keep
Thank
up
you.
the Atlantic Drift, the New Balance of Dickies. If you ever have a problem with that team manager over at Dickies, you give me a call.
I
Okay?
will too,
I know
man.
him
Yeah.
pretty
Will do.
well. Okay,
Yeah.
Joe Monteleone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
I got his number, so
All right.
I got some dirt on him. So if ever you need a raise, you call me.
I will do
Okay?
very soon. Thank you.
Yeah, very soon.
Yeah.
Make sure you call me.
Cheers, mate.
I got dirt on you, Joe. Huh?
His contract soon.
Contract? Oh, you got a contract?
I got 2 kids, mate. I got to have a fucking contract.
Well, we're gonna work on that contract.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. I
Right.
should be
Have your lawyers look at it.
I should be a manager.
Really?
Yeah. You don't think that I would fight for the fucking skateboarders? I've been in their position, man.
You can do it.
I thought you were going to be a detective.
Oh, I could. I'm a good. I could.
Argument.
Huh?
Give me your argument. Let's hear it.
What?
Manage Tom right now.
Manage Tom?
Yeah.
Didn't you listen to everything we've said on the show? Fucking guy's killing it. Better give him some fucking money.
Yes.
See that? Fighting for you, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.